All right. You good?
Ready for this?
And welcome back to Talk Smack with Mac. I'm here with some badass people today. I got the peoples in the building, and I got my girl Kat, and we're about to have a good motherfucking time.
Yes.
I'm really excited, man. I've been hearing about you guys for a long time. I guess very recently, had the privilege of working with both of you, and what everybody says is true. You guys are fucking awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Yes,
them.
yes.
Thank them for us.
Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about you guys and where you're from and all that good stuff.
Okay, you go ahead.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're Bobby and Renee from Atlanta by way of Detroit. I'm from Virginia. We're married for 18 years.
No.
17 years together.
Fuck, the podcast is going downhill already.
16 years. Married 16.
I love
Virginia, baby.
From Detroit, Virginia. We met in Atlanta. Together 18 years, married 16.
There you go. There you go.
So that's the numbers. That's the numbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So other than that, we've been doing movies together since 2008. Let's see what else we've been doing together.
So as soon as y'all got married, you started doing movies.
Well, we were doing movies before
doing it
that.
before we got married.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I want to get a little more detailed. How exactly did you two meet?
Well, that's her story.
Well, we technically we met on set officially,
Okay, what was your role?
but so on set I was a co-director and co-star of what we were doing of the movie. We turned a play into a movie.
Yes.
So I met him, but I met him also prior to that because he had a film premiere in Atlanta, and one of my friends was in it, which is we met through her, and I went to the film premiere, so I met him there. But before that, I was working for another director, and little did I know he and I were communicating back and forth on email, but I didn't know that I was actually, talking to him until years later. Like, he was like, were you
funny.
the one responding to the emails for such and such? And I was like, yeah, that was me. Because the guy is like legally blind, so he couldn't see. So he tried to figure out how he emailing. He can't see, but it was me.
Yeah.
And so we actually had been crossing paths before we actually. And then when we got on set, I said, hey, I don't know if you accept full figure women in your movies, but I would love to audition. And he was like, let this be your audition then. So while I'm acting, he was like, and he called me back, maybe a couple weeks later, and he was like, we want you to come in and read for this part. And I was like, okay. I was so excited. Went in, I read for the part. Him and the writer, they liked it. So they brought me on, and then I started kind of helping with production. And then I was his babysitter because he was a single father. So I started watching his children.
Shout out to the single fathers
Yes,
out there,
Yes.
baby.
I was raised by one, so I
And-
appreciate it.
Yes. So, So I started, and so I had a relationship with the twins before our relationship went any further. And then it just went from there. So I was not only auditioning, I guess, for the part in the movie, it was to be the wife, the bonus mom,
Everything.
How did that make you feel? You meet this man, obviously you're interested in him, but you find out he has 2 kids, right? You
No,
said
it
two.
was 5.
You had 5 already?
It was 5 already.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had custody of 3,
which
is the 3 boys, but he had 5. So he had 3 boys and 2 girls at the time. And they were all
Yeah, shout
young.
out
They
to
were,
you. Hell
yeah. He
Shout
had
out, no condoms. That's what
So, and to be
His pull-out
truthfully
game is
honest,
horrible.
horrible. Okay. To be truthfully honest, I would not date men with children. Now here's and it's contradictory because I was a single mother. I was a teenage mother, but I didn't want to deal with the baby mama drama. Right? I knew they wasn't gonna have to deal with it from me. I didn't want to have to deal with it from them.
Yeah.
But
Did
You can't control that.
And
I
did
can't.
you deal with it?
I can't. But he did. So when it tried to come, he stopped it immediately. Every time, nipped it in the bud. It was like, I see them when they're 18. That type of thing. Like, I'm not going to put up with you. You're not going to manipulate me. So I was like, I said, maybe I can do this, right? Because I see that he's actually...
You felt appreciated.
Right.
Yeah,
appreciated. He knows that I didn't want to deal with no baby mom drama. But now, like, our co-parenting relationship is great. Like, I call her baby mama, she called me baby mama. You know, so we don't
grown
have,
now. They ain't no babies anymore.
Even before they got grown, we were still trying to, you know, get that relationship. And because that's what it takes. Like, you have to build that relationship with the other parents.
It's important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
You know, we were a blended family, so now we have 7. We have 7 total because I came with 1, he came with 5, and then we had 1 together.
Nice.
And we
y'all
have 3
had 1
grandbabies.
and you said, shit, that's
That
enough.
was it.
No, if it was up to him, we would have kept having them little boogers. I was like, not today.
You're welcome.
Right, exactly. You're welcome. Because I had Bryson when I was 33. Okay. You know, and I had my first son. I had him at 19. So that
14-year gap.
I'm sorry, but honey, you look so good.
Oh, thank you.
And that's what I love. Both of your dynamics. You're so naturally give off this energy on set that is so positive, so fresh, but also so honest. Like, I love how you guys bicker and banter, but like it's so. You know how couples could be like too much on set? Yeah. You guys never are. It's like natural. It's almost like it should be a sitcom.
No, y'all flowed. That was one of the questions I wanted to ask you. Working together, not only are you business partners, but you're husband and wife at the same time, and finding that healthy balance, I'm sure, had to have taken a long time, overstepping toes or anything.
Well,
I don't think it was ever an issue about, you know, who was in charge and like that. I mean, I respect her as much as she respects me in what we do. She do what she does. She do. I don't overstep that, and when I do what I do, she don't overstep that. So we kind of fit in our roles properly, you know. So
because in life, I'm an alpha female, right?
Shit, you gotta be with the shit that you've done.
And in his industry, he's an alpha male, so that could have really collided. But I respect him so much because I learned from him. So if he's my teacher, I'm not gonna come on like, "Hey, this is what it's gonna be," and I don't specialize in that.
Yeah.
The stuff that I do specialize in, he let me be in that, right? So he don't overstep. He asks my opinion. What do you think? You know, so we learn to respect each other in business, and then in life. So
marriage-wise, did that ever blur into you guys working?
No.
Even when we are upset with each other,
we do get upset with each other.
Arguing or whatever, we try to make it our business not to bring it to outside of where we are. Right? Nice. Sometimes it can spill over just a little bit, but by the end of the day, we're back like, "Hey, boo, hey," you know. But we've had moments where we had just got into an argument and then had to go to a meeting or a dinner or whatever, you know, and it's like. We just have to be.
And it's crazy because we just had an argument all weekend, and we went to a meeting with a friend of ours who came in from out of town. And her first question is, "How you guys not argue?" We're like, "Shit, we arguing right now." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, we just had an argument coming to see you
9 minutes ago."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She's like, "I would never tell," but I mean, because it's not for everybody else's. You know, to know what's going on that I'm married. It wasn't nothing crazy, nothing like that. It wasn't like no cheating, nothing like that. It was a difference of opinion on certain matters. You know what I'm saying, like that. So it would never be a situation where it's a disrespectful situation.
Yeah.
Nice. So in Atlanta, y'all met. You find out, you know, you got kids. I got a kid. We're gonna make it happen. We're loving each other, and we're also gonna make fucking movies while we're at it. So I know Atlanta. Well, if I'm wrong, you can correct me, but I feel like Atlanta has been like a hot spot for movies for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
for a little bit. So you're making movies out there. Why did you want to come to Vegas?
Well, it wasn't necessarily Vegas for us. No, it was being close to LA.
It was cheaper than LA,
right? So it was right. It was being closer to LA. We would have moved to LA, but LA prices is crazy, and I don't want to downgrade my livelihood, like my lifehood, how I live, right? So I'm like, we just gonna. When they call, we'll work. So we get called to go out of town, and sometimes we be gone at a month at a time to go film. But that's what we came here to do. Yeah. And sometimes you have to move out of your comfort zone, your circle, so that you can elevate. And we knew that it was time.
Yeah.
So that's why we said, hey, you know, thank you, Atlanta. We love Atlanta. Respect always.
Always.
Like, Atlanta's going to always be home for us. But we knew that we needed to get outside of that in order to grow.
Right.
Why?
Well, I mean, because you get more respect outside your backyard than you do in your backyard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is how that goes. No matter
Because
what
that's
industry
where
you're in.
y'all got started pretty much.
Right, yeah. We
okay.
was in Atlanta for 15, 16 years, you know, together. You know what I'm saying? So we've done all we can do there as far as our career.
Yeah.
So to go outside further to see, hey, are we really as good as we think we are? Let's go outside and see how other people appreciate us what we got going on. So that's a step that we took. And we bet on ourselves.
Yeah, we did. We definitely had to bet on ourselves. And then, and to prove our theory to be correct, when we moved, so many doors started opening for us. Like, it was just like a floodgate. Yeah. And that just let us know, like, okay, we were. Like, this is what we were supposed to do. We were in alignment, right? But it started to be like, okay, the pool here, like the talent pool, it was real, like, it was hard for us. Yeah. So we started thinking, like, are we going to have to move soon? You know what I'm saying? Just so that we can keep up. Just keep up with us, like us producing, right? Like, are we going to have to, would it be more beneficial for us to be either in California or back closer to, you know, Atlanta versus being here? Because it was really hard.
Yeah, I got first audition here. We had like 20 people to show up, and only 3 of them were actually good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly.
So that's how it was. And so we're like, okay, what do we need to do here to get talent? Because obviously, you know, people want to research you, want to, you know, figure out who we are, because so many producers on an independent level, they're shady, or they have a bigger project and they don't put it out. Yeah. So they don't want to waste their time. So we understood that very also. But also look at our track record. We came here with several movies under our belt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got here in 2020, and it's 2024 now. We've done just as many movies we did in the last 3 years we did in Atlanta. So we've done more projects here.
In totality.
Yeah. So we've done more projects here in Vegas than we did in Atlanta.
And that's with COVID, too.
With COVID.
Oh, we moved here
in the middle
during
of COVID.
Right in the middle of COVID. 2020 of June is when we got here.
Yeah.
Oh,
so, but we had already said that's when we're leaving.
Yeah.
COVID surprised us, right? So we was like, people were like, y'all don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be good. We're leaving.
Yeah.
Right. And we didn't tell a lot of people.
No.
Like, people were surprised. We only told our circle. And when people found out is when our circle gave us a surprise birthday party. Yeah. And people were like, they what? They what? I mean, not a surprise birthday party. A surprise going away party.
Okay.
And that's when people were like, they leaving? They doing what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you know, that's how people found out.
Yeah.
So you moved here during COVID. How did y'all like keep it going? How did you get to meeting people?
How keep working without having a full-time job?
Yeah,
but
I had a
also
full-time job.
but you can't even go talk though to people. It was just people that you already knew.
Good. That's a good question.
Well, I mean, before we moved here, I was already in the Facebook Las Vegas group, so people knew we were coming.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people knew we were coming. So definitely planting seeds
Okay.
everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is what we got coming out. We'll be moving out here. What areas, what good areas to move into. So we was already thinking about how we are going to move when we got here. Mm-hmm. So when we got here, we started doing little shorts. We did like maybe 4 or 5 shorts before we even did a feature. Mm-hmm. You know, because at that time, COVID was dying down a little bit. You know, it wasn't so much of the mass mandate as much. So people was able to come out and do shorts. Mm-hmm. So okay, we do this and see how we build up.
It was intermittent mask mandates.
Yeah.
But then we did do where they had to do COVID tests before they came. So we kept it safe.
Yeah, we definitely kept it safe. So we did that, you know, our names started trickling around a little bit. Oh, who's this Bobby and Renee? Who's this Bobby and Renee people? And so little by little, people started to notice that we are here and we actually mean what we say we're going to do and we do what we mean. That's what you know, we strive to do. You know what I'm saying, like that. Unfortunately, what we do also reflects badly on the community itself as bad. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that producers can't really get over like they used to be because, hey, these people are doing what you're doing.
Legit.
And they're coming out with their project. But you got these other producers who's working on content for the last 4 or 5 years, and there's nothing to show for it. Mm-hmm. But within the last 3 or 4 years, we've done 20 projects.
Yeah.
And all of them been distributed.
Or they selling dreams.
You know what I'm saying? So
selling dreams.
You were selling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's so what happens is that those other filmmakers kind of
they die out.
They die out, but they also talk bad about us to other potential actors, or don't work with them, they ain't legit, whoop. So now we have to fight through that.
And we had to, so it was almost like a show and prove. Like, already we come here with a track record, so we didn't think that we would have to, in the indie realm, but okay, no problem. So we did what we had to do. So we started doing, like he said, doing the shorts, and then we jumped into our features, and a lot of times we do shorts when we buy new equipment. Yeah. Let's learn this equipment. And then, so it'll be beneficial. The actors need footage for their reel.
You're learning how to operate.
I'm learning how to operate this particular equipment, right? Yeah. So it was a win-win. Yeah. And then us meeting new actors and stuff like that coming here. Yeah. And then he's always had this strategy. Like, when he put his mind to something in his business, he's going to be like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Boom, 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 boom. And that's exactly what we do. He don't deviate unless we absolutely have to. Yeah. So his plan worked. Like, I can't even sit here and be like, it did not. It worked. Yeah. And like I said, I was working. I've always worked corporate. I have a bachelor's degree in information technology and computer science. So I always had a job, right, in corporate. And when we moved here, I was like, I'm just ready to. I'm ready to be done. Like, we put my oldest son, he finished college. Everything is cool. Like, our other kids are good. I was like, I'm just ready to be done with corporate. And he was like, well, babe, we're going to bet on ourselves. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, okay, we're going to put together a plan, and this is what we're going to do.
I love that.
And I was like,
I love that.
And this was still during COVID, though. This is 2021.
Okay.
So I'm like, I said, you know what? By this time, I had thought about it for a year. We planned, we put stuff together, and then on January the 21st, 2021, when Trump was walking out of office, so was I. That was my last day of corporate.
Oh, nice.
And I have not looked back. And he has made me personally, because I was working corporate, has made me double what my salary was in corporate, right? But I had to, like he said, we had to bet on ourselves, because I'm like,
that shit is scary as fuck.
Hell yeah.
You throw away your stability. You throw away your potential way of living. Like you said, you're not trying to downgrade your fucking way of living and your lifestyle.
Exactly.
But you have to roll them dice and bet on yourself, because that's where that's where you find your true happiness. Like, we don't want to be in this fucking corporate world. I'm right there with you, chugging along, doing my fucking journal entries and my recons and shit. I don't want to do that shit all day, so I totally understand.
Yes.
But to completely put all your eggs in one basket and say, this is what we're doing no matter what, is very admiring.
Yeah,
especially during that time.
Didn't really, I never wanted to be a weekend warrior, meaning that I didn't want to just make movies on the weekends. I never wanted to do that. I think we could get a lot more done Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? Because at the point now, we could do a movie in 7-8 days, edit it in 2, and be out next month.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we created a system. It's a cookie cutter system. We even
how'd you develop that system?
Just by doing.
And it's learning from our mistakes. We still learn from our mistakes.
Okay, and it's okay to make mistakes.
It's okay. You have to. How are you going to learn?
Exactly.
Nowadays, no one accepts that, though. When you think about it, everyone strives to be perfect.
You're never going to make perfection.
I feel like you should never live up to anybody else's expectations.
But
if people expect perfect, fuck that. I'll get there eventually, maybe. But I'm going to enjoy my fucking road along the way. And appreciate every mistake. Because that's what makes us.
Right, exactly. Like, we look at stuff and we were like, even with The Life of a Bull, but we knew that it was a lot of blown out because of the projector. But some things it was like, oh, we could have did that differently, or we could have did this angle differently. Dang, I wish you would have caught that. Or use constantly learning. And then for the next movie, we put that in our mind, like, okay, let's make sure that we don't make this particular mistake. Let's learn from that. Because if you're not growing, like if you're still doing the same thing over and over again, and you're not growing at all,
that's insane.
Then that's insanity. You're like, what are you doing? And why are we doing this?
Yeah. I feel like when you truly have a love for something, you're gonna be infatuated with the thought of mastery.
Right.
So you're gonna chase it just because you love it so much. It's not really a job. You're not really making time for it. More so, it's like, man, I'm about to do this because it makes me smile.
Right.
Good. Let me go learn how to work this new camera because the fucking lens on this thing is incredible.
Right. Yeah.
I could get this new wide shot with this that I've been trying to get for the last 5 years. Hell yeah. Let me sit down and learn this shit.
And he does. He said he will sit there and watch videos like tutorials for hours.
YouTube University,
Oh, yeah.
baby.
He would watch it. I mean, he
Yes.
would constantly
YouTube,
research.
Udemy, all kinds.
He do it all, and I'd be like,
Love that. Now, with that, okay, when you guys were talking about creating, collaborating with your teaching as well, because you got I believe, a PhD in, what was it?
Not a PhD.
Oh, sorry, yeah, what was it?
I have a bachelor in entertainment business.
Thank you.
And she has a bachelor in information technology. But we're getting our doctorate later this year.
we're being,
Thank
it's
you.
an
Honorary doctorate later
doctorate
this
in
year.
humanitarian. And so that was, a
Definitely
surprise.
surprised. Like,
Yeah.
now gonna be a doctor? Oh, y'all ain't seen nothing.
You about to talk that shit for real
Right.
now.
I'm Dr. People. What are you talking about?
Do you have an enjoyment to educate the youth? And when it comes to filmmaking, writing,
I won't say an enjoyment. I think it's a necessary need to teach people, to learn, but also at the same time, I don't want people to think that I'm obligated to teach you this. You know what I'm saying? Because people think, oh, when you do this, you should just show me how to do it automatically. Well, no, people go to school to learn this stuff. So
People
even
pay
though
a lot of money for
even
that.
though I
Yeah,
can teach it to you for free,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you got to invest in yourself. So I don't go out there trying to teach as much as I used to do back in the day because it becomes draining on my part.
Yeah.
So best I can say is watch me and then copy it, because I'm not going to sit there and give you step-by-step instructions anymore. It doesn't work well for me anymore.
Yeah.
I just turned 50. My whole mindset has shifted to, okay, now I need to make sure that I am secure first.
Yeah. Before you start giving the game
If I
to
give
everybody else.
away, because I've seen people I've given the game to
Drop out.
not even drop out, try to belittle me.
Oh, that's fucked
I'm
up.
sorry, what?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. So if I'm teaching you how to do this and putting you on game, now you go take what I taught you, you go run with it. Now you want to
Shit
throw
on
salt
where
in my
you-
name
yeah.
and throw salt in the game and say, well, Bobby or Renee, this, and that, and third, or even make up things or try to get other people to dislike us. So I'm like, you know what? I'm done teaching that. You know what I'm saying? So, and it sucks because I don't mind teaching. Renee would tell you before, she said, oh, you're too oversharing. But also at the same time, I'm thinking, well, how people going to know this stuff? Because people really want to live this dream.
Yeah.
So now I'm caught up between, well, should I teach this or should I not teach this? Well, we do free workshops. We did a workshop. So you want to learn, you come to the workshop. You want to go find out, come to the film festival, pay for that. So now I make it well, though, you have to invest in yourself. There is no one-on-one. It's going to be a big open room where everybody can learn at one time, and it's going to be that one day only.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's as simple as that.
That's
It's
fair.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah, it's a lot
Like you said,
easier for
you,
me.
a
So that way,
lot less
I know I'm
time-consuming.
dedicating my energy and resources for that one day. I'm not stretched across the board for next 6-7 weeks, telling you and showing you how to do this and that, holding your hand. No, my thing now is that I can show you where the water is. I'm not going to pour it in your cup.
Yeah.
So that's just how that's going to go.
Put it to your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm just going to show you where the water is.
Shift
but
your throat, make you swallow
but
it.
the secret is only going to be found on these particular days.
Now, what I do when we do have interns or people that come and help out and that want to know the business, I'll say, hey, did you catch that? Like, or do you understand what we just did there? Or do you have any questions right now? You know what I
Right.
mean? So this is the time to go ahead and ask your questions
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. And if it's a question that I can answer, I'll answer it. If it's one that he needs to answer, if he's not busy, he
Well,
will
Kat
circle
can tell you,
back.
she asked me a few
Yeah.
questions on Saturday. I told her, look, here you go. Now you go do it.
And I love that you guys gave me that opportunity. I felt like a kid again, just like learning. And I loved learning. That's why I don't stop. I told you I was a theater nerd. But like, in a sense, like you said, it's the knowledge and you want to learn. And the fact is that you were just willingly give it. And also you were like, look, remember. And when I started doing it, and I loved looking at it through the phone. I can't remember the app now. But like, it was so cool. You could watch through the camera and how it looked. And like,
Yeah, you have the eyes like your department heads. Here, this is, you look at that, make sure that, if you see anything that's out of place or something that we're missing. Because when it's just he and I, we can't
Catch
pick up
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Like, we can't catch everything.
it's the fact that you trust.
Yeah.
How? Because
Oh,
I mean,
that's
people
a
in the industry. I know, sorry, that's a whole nother story. But it's like, I
a
feel like,
fact.
especially out in Vegas. I don't know
Yeah.
how it was in Atlanta, but it's really hard to, I feel like, open up to certain people in the sense of your projects and giving enough trust to, hey, don't fuck up my project or my time. How do you do that?
Well, I don't give you that much control.
Oh,
I give you enough control, whereas if you fuck up, I can fix it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know
that's
what I'm
true.
saying? So, like, okay, she did
But I was
this.
going to say, like, one of our movies that
we did.
I do not like until this day.
Ooh.
Because there was so many blurry spots.
Yeah.
Because we trusted someone behind the camera. They got it.
Oh, and they fucked it up.
And it was so many like, and he tried the best he could. And I knew what they looked like before, so I can't get it out of my head, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is my least favorite because of that.
Yeah.
So when you talk about trusting, that's why now it's more like, we'll see what your capability is first. See what you're capable of doing. And if I think, and then even still, I'm still going to be watching you because at the end of the day, it's still my
It's
baby.
your ass on
Right,
the line.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Right? So I'm still going to be watching you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to say, hey, is that in focus? What does that look like?
Yeah.
Because we had this situation. Look like that movie. We've been doing movies for years, but it took us back a few years.
Yeah. But we fixed it the best we could, but it's still not the best movie.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks because you can't do nothing about
They can't
it.
do what? But I mean, what we did, we wouldn't made like 3 more movies after that just to prove ourselves.
Yeah, because that was like...
Did you have to prove yourself mentally?
Mentally,
that's
yeah.
what it is.
Mentally.
It's proving ourselves
That
like,
you really got this shit.
right. Like, okay, all right, we cool, we good, we ain't.
Yeah, it
You
ain't
know what
us.
I'm saying?
Damn. So when that movie dropped, and still to this day, you're like, I see your
Well, no,
mannerisms,
think about it.
looks
Well,
and
actually,
shit.
we didn't like it, but other people liked
Yeah,
it.
everybody
You know
loved
what I'm
it,
saying?
but
you still see it though.
Right.
You
still
see
see
Yeah.
it.
Memory of
how
that.
how did you feel mentally immediately upon release, and then gradually over time?
Immediately upon release, I felt embarrassed.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was like, oh, it's about to come out.
Sleepless nights.
It's not the best. It's what are people going to
Constantly,
say?
thinking,
And
overthinking.
Lo and behold, we didn't like what I thought they were going to say. Like, oh, it was good, but it had some, they did not say
did,
that.
yeah.
They stuck with the story, which I was thankful that the story was good enough,
Get
to
the
kind of
attention
make
to
up for
overcome.
the,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But I'm sure other filmmakers that's out there, they probably was looking at it like, oh, what is this?
Right.
Because they know, right? So, I still be like, you know what? That is my least favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Those
Not
are
the one that you were in, Kat, though. That's
No.
perfect.
Okay, speaking of life football, I'm sorry, I have to ask because I will be real. Your guys' movies, the concepts, they're not one layer, which I love as an actress, but some people in the world look at it as very risky, very soft porn, as I was told. Which, hey, I don't give it. I look good, and I loved my character.
Man, I gotta go watch this.
So funny. Good. Y'all gotta see the trailer. It's spicy. But with that being said, when you take that criticism, how do you defend the art?
Okay, so you answer that in your way, and I'll answer because this is where we kind of differ a
No,
little
we
bit.
don't differ because
Yeah, we do. Go ahead.
I'm excited.
Well, no, because in my opinion, like none of those movies have nudity in them.
No, they do not.
You know
By
what
the
I'm
way,
saying?
I'm fully covered. By the way,
Yeah,
people.
so
We see nothing.
there's no tits, there's no ass, there's no coochie showing, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So for people to out there and say, hey, Bobby Renee's out here doing soft porn, that's just your imagination. So
That's how good the camera angles
so
are.
I'm-
That's how good the art. I love how filmmaking. You can make it look
Make
like,
it look,
but
yeah.
it's not at all. He still had his pants on, people. That's
Yeah.
how amazing it is. That's how amazing.
Right. So if
filmmaking
it would just camera tricks and stuff like that. So when people say that, I'm like it takes a step back, but at the end of the day, I'm like, well, if you know what porn is, I mean, obviously you watching porn. So how are you to criticize us for something that you're already doing in the closet?
Yeah.
Ooh, got him there. Of course.
So, with me, well, I felt like, and you remember when he announced at the premiere that we were going to do a fourth installment called Full Swap, but we said, we're going to put it on hold and make this the third one, Life of a Bull, in the series, right? So that was because of me, because I felt like this is not what we were set out to be called, right? I'm not a porn director. I don't partake in soft porn. I am a creative director.
Yes, you
You know
are.
what I'm saying? Writer,
Proudly.
producer. So you're not going to just shit on my name,
Yeah.
right? So, and that's how I felt. And out of all the movies we've done,
Right.
this series, 3 movies,
And we did 3 movies about incest. No one said shit about that.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, I did. We were getting messages like, "Oh, you guys are believing incest, and you do
Yeah,
incest."
but that was just people on the internet trolling.
Like, just stupid.
People,
but
it's
but that
creative
but that even that movie, I was like, it took us a minute to get there, but I finally got there. I put that difference to the side,
and we were going to do a part 4 of that too. And now we stopped that one.
Maybe I will put this to the side, and we will do full swap. I don't know. We'll see. But I just didn't want to be known for that. I said, let's go back to what we know, what we normally do, right? Let's get some more of those under our belt, and then if we want to surprise them with a
fourth,
then we can do that.
I bring Dakota back.
He already have the concept. And
the
everything.
concept is already there. I mean,
so yeah, it was me. So that's where we differ, and
it's not a bad difference. I understand why she feel that way.
And I understand why you feel your way too. I'm not gonna lie. I loved this role. I loved this script, and in a way that most people won't understand, because if they're not creatively open, they won't see the deeper meaning.
Right.
Dakota is not one layer, and that's what I loved about her. So when people see, soft porn, I'm like, no, honeys, watch the movie.
Yeah.
right.
Watch the story, and then come talk to me about soft porn, because it's not, and that's not the overall story.
Right. It's not.
But it's addressed, and let's be real. This is reality, honey. So wake up and relax.
Right.
But it's also creative art. So how do you keep defending your creative art?
Well,
Just like you said.
It's like this. We're in Vegas. The nickname is Sin City.
Thank you.
What the
fuck you think is happening?
Come on,
It's some shit going down. If this ain't your cup of tea, don't
for free
motherfucking
either.
watch
Right.
it.
We're not Amish filmmakers here. What the
Don't
fuck?
be entertained somewhere else.
Right. So yeah, that's just how that goes. But you know what? We let those people have that, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You don't.
We need the haters too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the more you talk about us, our name,
More people gonna come watch.
Well, what's this all about? You know what I'm saying? So,
Soft porn. What?
Yeah.
Soft porn with catnip? I'm going to see this motherfucker as soon as it drops.
Exactly. So,
Where them titties at? Just to find out no titties.
and like we said, we get paid off views, not reviews.
Right.
Oh, I like that. Talk
really?
your
That's
shit.
right.
So
Yeah,
let's go
nice
into before we get into the red carpet premiere of Life is a Bull, because I want to talk about that. I want to talk about, okay, people are talking about soft porn when you're at the premiere and you have those sex moments on scene. Is there a tension or some type of atmosphere that's in the crowd that you can feel, or uncomfortableness or anything?
I don't think
This one, it wasn't uncomfortable.
No, I think they kind of laughed a little bit.
Well, right.
They got into
They
it.
was into because
the
it's
story.
not a lot of
Get that
sex
shit
scenes,
up.
but when they did it, it was very intense. So they got into into it. So I didn't. I wasn't in bed because my dad, my parents, my family wasn't there. Now if they were there watching it, I'd have been like,
It's not a
but
child
they were
friendly
not there. So I was fine. Like
Okay.
it didn't bother me not one bit.
Yeah.
I know it didn't bother him. He done seen it 50 million times.
Right.
It ain't it. So he's like, yeah.
So now you, on the flip side, you're the one that's, taking the dick, right? So what if mom and dad was there? How are you feeling?
Oh, the funny part is, okay. So my family and I have talked about this, and we made it very clear. They understand my craft. They understand and respect my art. So my dad is very clear when they watch the film. Y'all tell me when it's done.
Right.
Keep a little bit, and I hope, and at the same time,
Shout out to Pops. I get that.
Yeah.
because
I get
I
that.
love that about my pops, and my family is gonna watch it. They're gonna have a whole
I mean,
little family
but
outing about
it
it.
wasn't bad. You didn't show anything.
No.
And they're gonna see
But
that.
even the facial expressions,
and
I'm
the-
thinking
and
from
the
a dad.
noises.
I'm like,
and
oh,
the noises.
fuck no.
And then noises.
Yeah.
Maybe more than noises than anything, man.
I'm
not gonna lie
like
with
this
it.
fucking.
Yeah.
Hurry up! Ah!
Right.
But also at the same time, my family, they really are excited and they respect my art, and they're excited that I'm working with people that are professional, because that's all I've ever expressed. You guys are the most professional, most comfortable. I was walking around the laundry by the end of the set. I was like, whatever, I'm so comfortable.
That was her first scene too.
It really was. It was so
She said I was walking around in lingerie after
It
the
was
first 35 minutes.
fun. I'm not even gonna lie. I was so comfortable.
That's
no
good.
one ever.
That's
You
nice.
guys have made it very clear. No nudity. Be as comfortable as you want. Pick whatever you need. And I felt the character. So everything I did and everything I was in, I felt comfortable. No one on set made me feel uncomfortable.
Nice.
It was.
Thank you.
Oh,
Nice. Because that's big. That's your guys' way of saying, hey, this is the lead from our film, our soft porn film, fuck you haters.
Right.
Yeah.
And
But really
she felt absolutely amazing to the
Exactly.
point where she is excited for her mom and dad to watch.
Yeah. Right.
So that's a big fuck you to all the haters out there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So no.
Thank you.
But I appreciate you guys because it was the first time as an actress I felt like my character actually mattered. Because it's really hard out there to find scripts that actually give you something as an actor. Oh my God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something so bland and so basic, and it's like
I may be an asshole, but let me show you why I'm an asshole.
Right. Yeah.
give me something, give me. And I'm not just talking about the nudity and sex, people. I hope y'all know this, okay? And you'll see when you watch the damn film.
Yeah, definitely should watch it.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, as an actress, it's hard to find not only professionals in this industry like yourselves, but also creatives. Oh my God, your scripts are so fun. Even in Mistress for Hire, honey. Okay. As attorneys, I felt like there's something. You even gave us something to do.
Okay, it made me feel smart for a little bit.
Thank you.
Shit.
And we're not even leads in that, by the way, okay? So that's what I'm talking about. You guys make art that makes everyone feel included.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I really respect that. And I would, one day, honeys, that's the goal. That's the dream.
Whenever y'all ready for a horror movie.
Yeah.
Let you know you got it. He's all ready for it.
I'll go a psychological thriller or something like
I was gonna
that.
say,
I'm fucking
horror,
a little
psychological
crazy.
thriller, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Just a little
I could see you doing that, honestly. Even in the audition tapes, I was like, I already know, like, he would kill this. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
I
Did you
felt
tell me
it.
the story?
But
I fucking felt
Did you
it.
tell me the story about the bull?
no, which one?
No, because when you auditioned for Life of a Bull, and you were really, really good, and Renee's like,
Yeah.
I really want him. I really want him in this role, but it's not that big of a role.
Yeah.
So when you auditioned for Mistress for Hire, yes, he came back. All right, Bobby, we need to write more scenes. What the fuck? The script's already done.
Yeah,
So
wrote
we had to
more
go back
scenes.
and
We had
write
to
like that whole.
Yeah, more like.
So you was
yeah.
at the end, but the stuff you did prior up to the end, that's all new stuff. That's not.
Oh,
that
man,
was.
I really appreciate
she
that.
really
I
wanted
didn't
to
know
work-
it was 2. I thought it was. You told me before, after we wrapped, you said it was. You mentioned it, but you didn't say it was 2.
Yeah. We went back and wrote more because I was like, okay, he auditioned for that role. I was like, I want to work with him. You know, we've never worked with him before. So, let's get him in here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what he can do with this one and what he will do. Like, because you never know when you work with new actors, you don't know
what to
right?
do.
What to expect, right? So, but I was like, I do want him. Like, I want him to be a part of TPN family. So he was like, all right, so let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and write more and see how he do with it. And you still came and you killed that role. Like, you know
Thank
what
you.
I'm
I
saying?
appreciate it.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, got you.
Yeah, I like that shit. I
That's
like
what
that.
So she been like clocking you since Life of a Bull audition. So.
Oh
Absolutely.
man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I feel like I understood. I understood. I said I truly feel like I did good in this audition, so I'm not about to go and fucking hang my head low and be like, oh my god, I didn't get it. I'm just, hey man, it's not what they're looking for or what people want them to have for this movie. So shit, the next one I'm gonna fucking crush that shit too, baby. Let's go.
Well, yeah, because I think a lot of people here in Vegas are not used to rejection.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
And so what it
And
is,
they just stop.
They
Yeah.
just get discouraged, which is understandable, but also at the same time, you get more no's than yes.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
everybody doesn't fit every role. You know what I'm saying? Like even though Renee and I we reduce a lot of content, it's just us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So a lot of people think that hey, I want to be an actor. I shouldn't have to audition. I'm like,
What the fuck?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
get
get that
it
all
all the
the
time.
Oh yeah.
We get people.
I
we
hear
go-
that
they
too.
give us their sob story and say, "Well, I don't do good in auditions." In the third, like,
You
oh,
better
man.
fucking
How do you
get better.
do on set then? How do you
Yeah.
not audition and then think you're not?
So-
And I'll be honest, I don't think I do good auditioning.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're on set and you're in the environment
Right,
with
right.
your people and you have people that are more experienced or better than
You
you,
learn
and
from
it
that.
brings out the best
Yeah.
in you.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
you're
Yes.
helping me get in character right now. Thank you so much.
they count themselves out
Yeah.
before
Before they
just
even get in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
Fuck that. Just
Yeah.
keep it pushing.
And we have roles like we'd be like, dang, I hope this person audition.
yeah.
Dang, I hope this person, and they don't.
Do you ever reach
Or they
out to
audition,
them?
or they audition for the small role. Hey,
they
can
audition
I
for
just
the
be
small
extra?
role.
I just want to do something small. I'm like, hold up, man.
Fuck that too.
Right. go for the big shit. You know what I'm saying? Go for the gusto. You know what I'm saying? If you fit that character description, you think you can pull it off, then do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't go for the small right now. If we shoot Monday through Friday sometimes. So if you work regular 9 to 5, I understand that. But we get so many people like tell me you want to be an actor, but if you got anything small, like well, you didn't audition for any of it. So why would we give you a small role? It doesn't make any sense.
You just said one of the realest things that I could relate to. Is I work Monday through Friday, so it's like fuck, like I have to make something shake.
Yeah.
I told myself, fuck that. I'm still if I get it, I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like that is stopping a lot of people. You know, with the cost of living in LA or even out here, it's hard.
But see, that's why we try to have our schedules prior to.
And that's what I love about them even
so
more.
When we audition, we offer you the role. Hey, this role is shooting these 3 days.
Yeah.
You already know ahead of time. You let us know if you can take off from work or use your vacation time, whatever. You'll know.
Or if it's a time that you can't
be at a certain time.
Let us know. And we will try to work with you as much as we possibly
but
can.
Don't be upset when we can't.
Right.
But it's totally understandable. Y'all got a lot of shit going on besides, hey, this one actor can't show up on Thursday at 5. It's like, well, shit.
Everybody else can.
Everybody else can.
I guess we're going to have to get fucking Jimmy to do it then. Like, you got to go.
With them, they plan every single thing, and if you guys communicate so advanced and a point, like it's so ahead that I was like, oh my gosh, I have this and this. Oh, and you guys are working, and you guys work with actors, you work with everyone, and it's a balance, and it's so professional. Oh my God, it melted my heart. I'm not gonna lie. At the time, I was like bragging in the sense of I'm like, I don't even care how the production is. I'm so turned on by how they communicate with me for pre-production. They're so on it. There's links. You asked about my allergies. You have no idea.
Oh yeah, no, that was real shit. She's fucking. I forget about her shit all the time.
All my stomach issues. I know. That's why I was like, oh. I wanted to cry. I was like,
well, I mean, we want to make sure we take care of it. Because the last thing we want people to say we didn't feed you or we didn't have just that, the third. Because we hear so many producers locally don't even offer water on set.
Honeys, that's what I'm saying. They barely even know how to communicate with me.
Hey, when you live in Vegas, you got to keep your own shit. I keep one of them things.
Look, you can talk all bad. You can say anything bad about Renee now, but you cannot say we do not take care of y'all on set.
Yeah.
You can say anything else, but don't say that.
I got grocery shopping all that week. Please. I was blessed.
How do you feel like that comes with time and experience, knowing how to take care of a set?
Being people.
It's just
or understanding, hey, they're gonna be fucking hungry.
Right, exactly.
And let me not squeeze 10 fucking extra pennies out. Let me actually feed people.
Feed people.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
And see what we can do. Right. Now, when we first started out, we didn't have a lot of money, so Little Caesars is good in Atlanta.
What?
They knew they was coming.
I smacked Little Caesars
$5. We might have a pepperoni and cheese one day. We might have just the cheese. We might have just what I'm saying. We'll switch it up.
Yeah.
But if that's what we can afford, you're eating. You have snacks. You have some food. You got something to drink.
And that's more than
they
most
worked
sets.
with us. They work people wasn't tripping,
Right.
But then trying to feed a whole set or a crew of people, that's expensive. And if you don't really have the capital to do that, like when we had that mishap on Mistress,
the Chinese spot,
with the hibachi. Well, it was where Uber Eats is the one that did it.
Y'all got hibachi.
Yeah, we had hibachi.
$200 order that didn't get to the damn right.
I'm thinking Panda Express. Hibachi, they flip it and shake it.
We want to make sure people eat,
had,
man, and they're comfortable because.
And we knew that day was going to be a long day,
right?
So that day was a long day. We knew we had a split day. You had the day scenes, you had the night scenes.
Yeah.
Least we can do is feed you good and make sure everybody is is cool. So we ordered hibachi on Uber Eats, and they the guy, like she said, it was almost $200 worth of food, right? And the guy came to the door
with a little bag.
The little bag.
Oh my gosh.
No, tiny bag.
Hey, so when does common sense check in and say, all right, this is supposed to be $200,
right?
And Chinese is low key cheap, even in this day and age.
Exactly.
It's like, man, some fucking gyoza and some fucking.
People wonder why I never use Uber. I will literally drive anywhere. They're like, "Oh, you're wasting gas. Just Uber Eats." I'm like, "No," because I'd rather drive myself and get it, and knowing I got my shit, because everyone else will not give a shit.
The love, there's no love in the delivery.
It's not no love, but I like Uber. I normally use Uber Eats, but this particular day I was livid. And good thing, that we had the money to be able to replace that because you know you're not getting your money back right away.
Right.
So, but had that been 10, 12 years ago, we would have been SOL, right?
Yeah.
It'd have been like, well, you know what I'm saying? We might eat more today, but then tomorrow it's gonna be a little tight. Right. So situations like that makes me think back and be like, you know what? We may not be where we want to be, but we're not where we were.
Oh, say that again, please.
Right?
Mike, for the people in the back.
So and right, so just like I said, that situation, it's just because and then it makes you appreciate your growth.
Yeah. Definitely.
Right? Because in this business or any business, you know, as an entrepreneur, whatever you're doing, it's when you don't see your own progress, it's hard to celebrate yourself.
Yeah.
Other people will see it, but it's hard to celebrate yourself. It's hard to keep going. But then when you have, sometimes things will show up and show you. Yeah. Say, hey, remember when? Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And you like,
Talk about the Red Lobster story.
Yeah.
There's a Red Lobster story.
Oh, when we were dating. No, we were married.
We were married. I think it was like our first year married, yeah.
And again, financially strapped, right? So we was like, oh, this particular day we're going to go out and have a nice dinner. We're going to go to Red Lobster. Mm-hmm. Red Lobster. We got in there and we looked at the menu.
Like, oh, okay.
And we was like, oh. He was like, you ready to go? I was like, yeah.
That sounds like me.
I was like, we just gonna creep on out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Do they serve bread?
No, it was just the water at that time.
Right, yeah.
So
you got to get out before they ask for a national
Exactly.
Right, so I was like, okay. I said, let's just, just.
So now she want to go to Red Lobster to prove that we can't afford it now. Like,
but then we could not afford it. But now I'm like, before they close them down, because I just seen they were about to close them down, I want to go to Red Lobster. And although we've been to places, of course, way better, than Red Lobster. But it's the point that we had to get up and walk out because we could not afford Red Lobster.
That is beautiful. Now I'm sure.
And this is gonna be a soundbite.
When you go, I'm sure you ain't even gonna look at the price.
Right.
What's the onion thing? Onion blossom or some shit. Man, let me get two of those. We get appetizer.
Look, and keep that bread coming.
Keep the bread coming.
Yeah. That is excellent. Yeah. And so you touched on earlier, you said when you teach your classes now, that's your opportunity to tell people what they're expecting in this career.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of misconceptions in Hollywood. How can you, I guess, advise people that want to make this a career what to expect, what is reality, and what is just bullshit?
I mean, that's a loaded question. I mean, what to expect? I mean, you get out what you put into it. You know what I'm saying? If you half-assing it, you're going to get a half-assed response. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that this is what you really want to do. Like I said, sometimes you might be on set, you might not get fed. You might even get the footage that you worked on. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you're prepared for those ups and downs. But also remember that you're going to get more no's than yeses. So you got to make sure that you're constantly grinding and you're learning. And don't go to the point where as though you're envious of somebody else. Because, when actors are your best resources. When I say that, because once you become, I guess, not friends, but associate with other actors, what happens is that, hey, I can't do this role, but I know somebody who can fit this role perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens, actors, they develop relationships with directors. So if Kat came to me, we say, hey, Kat, we got a role for you to do next week. Oh, Bobby, I can't do this one, with you and Bobby and Renee because I got to go to Iowa.
But Stacy got it.
But Stacy got this. And she go, oh, okay, well, that's a referral.
I owe one for Kat.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So Kat says this, we're going to give this person the opportunity. Hey, Kat said you're a good person. We want to see you. So by being so actors should actually want to be friends with other actors or at least associates to get that resource bun, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't do this on your own. Because what happens, I'm going to tell you like this, they will tell you, filmmakers call us.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
And say, hey, you work with so-and-so, how is this?
How were they?
Me, I would be like,
don't fuck with them.
I'm not going to say anything bad about it. I'm going to say, this person was always late on set. Or this person caused this much drama. I'm like, I don't want to say anything negative, but at the end of the day, I'm like, if you cast this person, just make sure that you
are prepared
for
this, and this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
because
that,
at the end of the day, your fucking word is on the line too.
Well, no, I don't recommend nobody no more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've been screwed on that.
Yeah, so people say, "Hey, everybody, can you recommend?" Like, no, I don't know no actors. Well, you working? No, I don't know. I don't know nobody. I'm not recommending shit because every time I recommend somebody, they fuck up.
Okay, with that though, here's my thing. I feel like some actors are really either in it or they want it for whatever fame, and networking, money, sex, whatever. I don't know what
status.
I get tired of it because it almost puts a bad mouth about actors, especially in Vegas.
In Vegas.
Oh, yeah, it's Vegas.
But why?
Let me tell you something.
There's no history here at all, so it's fresh.
But this is one of the entertainment capitals.
Right.
About to be even bigger than.
So, but I can tell every time I get.
I just want to fill a cup though. Let's be real, because I'm gonna keep sitting.
Every time I get video auditions, I can tell where they came from.
Yeah.
Meaning what? Can you elaborate, please?
Oh, before they even tell me where they are. Oh, this is not Vegas.
Yeah.
I can tell this is not.
It's a different. Even how you video audition, it's a different. How you even set up your cameras and
everything
how you even
is different.
Slate, or don't slate.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously, you give directions. You bake.
But you'll be
surprised. Follow the fucking
email.
You really think
be surprised at what we get. And 9 times out of 10, if I have to say, or if I ask or find out, yep, that person was in Vegas because they did not either follow the directions, or they setting up the scene, or the background is a mess. Like all of that stuff.
Yeah. Or auditions in the car.
Because most of us have ADHD, okay? So most of us is already
all over the fucking place.
And so if you can't grab my attention, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it's like, okay, I can tell. I can tell.
That's so bad. I could only imagine.
That's why I try to show my eyes first. I'm like, look at the eyes. Look at the eyes.
Right.
All right.
I'm not ready.
It's almost an audacity because we had somebody from Vegas audition for a small role. Actually, he read the entire script before he decided to audition.
Sorry, what?
He wanted to read the entire script before he decided if he wants to audition.
That's not an option, sir.
What fucking studio does that?
Right.
I'm like, and first of all, I don't care if you audition or not. You know what I'm saying? You audition. Here are the sides.
That's called
simple as that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So needless to say, he would never be on any of my. I don't give a fuck.
No.
10 years down the line.
Yeah.
Right.
That's called entitlement.
How dare you ask for that? Like that is just.
It's how do actors, like you said earlier, you should want to befriend or at least don't burn the bridge.
Absolutely.
What are the tips you
Earn
recommend?
the fucking bridge first. Don't even think about burning.
And that's
you know what I'm saying? If you're day one and you're recording in your car on your cell phone, I'm not saying that's bad. Everybody has to start from somewhere. I'm not fucking judging. But don't fucking expect.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't expect like you're the shit, like you're fucking like you have the right to have an ego,
right?
And you don't even have a solid background for your fucking auditions,
right? Just a wall,
yeah.
I mean, it's solid wall.
But like I said, that's small stuff.
No, not for me. It's not.
But what it is because
that's why I like difference of opinion.
No, I'm gonna tell you what it is because a lot of stuff she doesn't see. I would delete all the auditions that I think that she's the one that they don't follow directions, or I think that no, this person's not going to do it, or whatever the case may be. But a lot of stuff she don't see at all because I'm ex-military. I'm strictly by the fucking rules. If it says, if it says, do it a certain way. If you don't follow the instructions, I mean, like
you need to get the fuck out of here.
Well, no, not even that. You're not going to follow directions on set.
Exactly. That's that's when all of y'all money is really fucking counting, and I need you to listen.
Time is money.
Yeah. So, and that's why you see lately we've been like flying in people from Atlanta, Houston, Detroit, Chicago, because we had to fly in talent because. One, a lot of the actors here won't even audition for lead role. They audition for the small roles.
Really?
Yeah. They won't audition for lead roles.
Life of a Fool is when we got the most.
Keep on sharing that game because Verge is over here like, all right, man, let me keep on auditioning for the big shit.
I mean, why not?
I'll quit my fucking job tomorrow if I have to.
Hold up.
I don't want to. I got good benefits right now.
Keep the benefits. Keep
But,
the hustle.
yeah, I'll fucking quit if I got to.
No one got rich doing independent.
Thank you.
But here's the thing: you build up a track record to get to mainstream. We're still on the independent level. You know what I'm saying? So no one should quit their job to do what we're doing here. You know what I'm saying? If you're able to take off time from work, yeah, we're going to pay you, but we're not going to be able to pay you a lot of for you to quit your daytime job.
Yeah,
because you got to think.
I'll find another one.
What we pay, I mean, like for instance, union rules. I think they pay like $200 a day
now,
at a minimum because you got to have a budget like $1 million, something like that. That's a budget of $1 million. I mean, your whole movie has to be $1 million, and you might get paid $200 a day.
Yeah.
Our budget's nowhere near $1 million.
Absolutely.
But we got actors wanting $200 a day. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't pay you $200 a day. One, this is a non-union project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't afford to pay you to quit your job, but I can split that.
But you afford me enough to take time off and film and do
Yeah.
what I love for that week.
Oh,
'Cause here's the thing,
you'll allow me to come in at 7 instead of 2? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I forgot we were getting paid. I thought we were doing this for the Little Caesars fucking pepperoni
Right.
pizza.
Here's the thing, and they plan ahead. It's not like you're wasting anyone's time. The production gets done within a week or two, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so short. It's so quick, and you don't waste our daytime because everything's call sheet laid out. It is addressed
Yeah.
to. It's clear,
And it's
It is-
followed.
Oh, it's so easy, and that's why. At the end of the day, even though you can't quit your day job, I can.
Yeah.
I would proudly take off work. I will get my shift covered. I don't give it.
Right. And we want to make sure, because like I said, at the end of the day, you still have to live. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
'Cause we might have you for that week. You know what I'm saying?
But
You
what's
might-
after that?
Right,
What's after that? You got to make sure you could pay your rent. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't stay with us.
I think that's a big thing for me is that I'll say for the first time in my life that I found something that I want to chase for the rest of my life. I want to do. It makes me fucking happy. It makes me nervous. It makes me all these type of emotions, and that's why I fell in love with it, right? But I also understand that I gotta pay my fucking bills.
Right.
And if I'm gonna chase this for the rest of my life, my bills need to be covered, because if I'm worrying about paying my bills, I'm not gonna be thinking about fucking acting.
No, you can't.
And then I'm not gonna be able to sacrifice.
Right.
And that's what I feel like what you're saying now on the indie scene is a lot of sacrificing
definitely
until
sacrifice.
you get to that
Right.
position
But
where you
make it
don't
a
no longer
smart
have
sacrifice.
to.
You know what I'm saying? Don't just say, hey, look, I'm going to just throw my keys away and just like, I'm going to just do it. Boom. And then once the production's over with,
Then you end
if
up
you're
homeless.
not getting no other
Yeah.
work, you know what I'm saying? It's just us. So if we're on the one production company doing it, you know what I'm saying? You go to the next production company, they may not do what we're doing. They might not can't afford to pay you what we're paying you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to be, well, what's my next project going to be? And can I live off that next project? Can I eat off that next project? You know what I'm saying?
And then that's when your prices start going up, and then you pricing yourself right on out of projects.
Right.
So now,
Exactly, yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? It's
You're
a
not
catch-22 because
even
in order for me to come out, like, I need to be able to eat. I need gas. I need this. So all of these things add up to this daily rate. And people be like, okay, thank you, and move on to the next. You know what I'm saying? So now you're pricing yourself out. So like he said, but it's so many different hustles, and I think that's what happens here now. COVID taught everybody to hustle.
Yeah.
Right? So
have
it's so
to.
many
You
different
have
hustles
to.
out here to make so many different
And so
streams
many
of
different
income.
businesses.
Right, so that you can actually be able to do exactly what it is that you want to be able to do, right? But
Do you also think in this culture though, people are extremely lazy and or what's it called? Self-centered?
Entitled.
Entitled.
Yeah, it definitely is
To
entitled.
think they deserve it or they should just have it.
I mean, we come across a lot more of that here in Vegas than we did anywhere
than
else.
we did in Atlanta.
Yeah. There's some people in
it's
Vegas. I
sad,
don't give a fuck
yeah.
what they do. I would never work with them.
Yeah. We had one situation where someone got upset and we wrote a role for them. It was a big blowout, whatever. But then we started hearing that this person was online like, yeah, I ain't even have to audition for this role. They just wanted me to do the role. Well, that is a privilege, sweetheart. That's not
Called a direct booking. You
right.
are congratulations. You are welcome. And
Right, you're welcome. Like if we thought about you, we writing this role and with you in mind, we already came to
that's
you,
an
talked to you
honor
about
as
it.
an act.
Right.
What?
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying?
I
Right?
secretly sometimes hate people.
So,
I love to
but-
hate people.
No, I'm
I
very
s-
outgoing with it.
Right, see?
Because you need to be very appreciative. You had just said that you specifically wrote a role for somebody,
Yeah.
and they're not even appreciative of that.
No,
because
because
at this point,
It's like a big slap in the face.
at this
almost.
point, you're not writing that role for this person because you're about to make $1 million off this motherfucker.
Right.
You just think they're gonna be good at this specific thing.
Yeah.
Hey, I think you would crush for this. It would be
Yeah.
dope for you to come do this.
Yeah.
these motherfuckers need me.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's how it went.
What
Yeah.
that's how it turned out.
That's
to be.
disrespectful as
And
fuck.
it's like really
Very disrespectful.
And we've been in Atlanta. We had no problem. We write roles for people all the time, and they're grateful. They come in, they do it. You know what I'm saying? So we like, oh, here we can do the same thing. Yeah. But that made us take a look at our whole structure. Now it's like, do we continue to do that? We can't afford to do that because I can't afford for you to be going out bad mouthing me because you feel like I didn't jump to your tune when you wanted me to, but now you're going to say, oh, they didn't even have me to audition when we're telling people you need to audition.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So now that's making me look like,
shit.
Anybody can come to you because she said she didn't have to audition. Right? So it's like it's a double-edged sword. So now it's like, well, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Yeah. Like I could write a role and have a particular person in mind.
Yeah. You got to still go earn
but
that.
But you still have to audition, right?
I love that. As you should.
As you should.
Hell yeah. Should as an actor.
That's
especially if it's a lead or supporting.
Yeah. That's a respect for y'all. You put it in time to write it. Now you're getting the funding for it. You're looking for the sites to go film the shit. You got the equipment to do it. You're running out these places. So and you're hitting it on certain times. We got to be out of here by noon, but you're talking about showing up late. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. It's like everybody has to come earn this, and you have to prove to me that you're worth my fucking time and money.
Exactly.
I mean, that's how it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, these people are crazy. Hey, so I do want to refer back to the premiere.
Okay.
So because you guys had the premiere on the West Side. Yes. So the West Side Theater. So the West Side is the historic West Side of Las Vegas for a reason. I got a lot of family over there, and I feel like that's the heartbeat of the city.
From the documentary we watched.
Why did you guys decide the West Side?
Well, honestly, you want to answer
that?
No. Okay, so honestly, we so we had our premieres at the Windmill Library, which is close to us. Right. It's the big library with the big theater.
That's like
Southwest Side.
Hacienda and Jones.
The library is Windmill. It's on Windmill.
Windmill and Jones. All right, that's far as shit.
Right? Yeah. So that's where we would normally have it. So when we went to, they were booked, like they're booked out now. Like you can't even book them for like a year.
Next year.
That theater, right. So it was like, okay. And we went and did a workshop for them. They called us in to do a workshop and speak for anyway. Yeah. So we love that theater. Mm-hmm. And then 88.1, when we went to be on the station over there, we were looking for a place, a venue. And she was like, well, what about the West Theater? And I was like, Amber? The West Theater?
Yeah,
yes.
Amber told us.
And I was like, And so I was like, she was like, yeah. She was telling me the person name, which we know the lady, but it wasn't clicking with me at the time. So anyway, we called her, and then we did not know, like, the history of West Las Vegas. We went to a documentary too, and we learned so much.
Yeah, because the radio station did a documentary about Las Vegas, and then another guy, I can't think of his name.
Yeah, he did
another one was more in depth. He went even further back, like 200 years. The radio station went like 50 years back.
Yeah,
but it's so much history in West Las Vegas that we're like, wow, we did not know. Yeah. So
that made us proud, right? So being able to have it in such a historic city that we didn't appreciate because we didn't know the history behind it. So now we will definitely take more of our business
over there.
Nice. And I feel like the West Side deserves it.
Yeah.
It gets shit on. It's not the most funding down there, but we're still making some shit pop down there. So when us, the local people that appreciate the city, are giving back to that part, I feel like it's we should have some type of obligation for that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we definitely understand we are, we locals. I mean, we live here now.
Your locals contributing to the economy.
We want to contribute. We want to contribute. We also want to be, pillars of the community as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're meeting with judges and councilmen and stuff like that, just to see if what we can do, if anything. Or how can we support what they're doing if it aligns with our ideology or whatever. So we want to make sure that we kind of fit in here. You know what I'm saying? Because we're making Vegas home. Yeah, we've been here for almost 4 years.
We wasn't sure, but we kind of come to the conclusion that we're going to stay here. We're going to buy a house here, and we're going to make Vegas our second, third home.
What's that first and second?
Well, where we were born. Virginia and Detroit.
Well, I wasn't born in Virginia.
Well, you was born in New Jersey.
I
You was
lived in
raised in
Virginia.
I'm Detroit, baby.
You said
313.
yeah.
313. I'm in Detroit all day. Then Atlanta. Then we're here in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
so.
no, but yeah, definitely. But like I said, the good thing about it though, we can make movies anywhere. We don't want to Orlando to make a movie, went to Mississippi to make movies. You know what I'm saying? We want to go to Atlanta to make a movie. So just because we live here, we don't necessarily have to film
LA.
stay
here.
Yeah.
Right, we went to LA make movies, so we can do whatever, or bring them here, if we have to. So that way we can and bring people to the community and then even help build up with their popularity, like with having Nelson coming into the West End and his popularity on Tubi and other platforms like that, being involved with people like Kat, that's only going to raise their stock up for the next producer, stuff like that. So that, having people like him involved, and with Rashida, when that comes out, Rashida's very big in Indiana, and she's on a couple of Tyler Perry shows, stuff like that. And then Courtney. So we've worked with some people who actually do a lot of good things. And we talk about working with one of the guys who's on BMF, who's a friend of ours, and we've been,
I was just talking to him today.
Yeah, so we want to bring him into a project.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So we've been doing a lot of research. We're like, okay, well, how can we contribute to the city and put eyes on the city with the content that we're creating?
Yes,
that's one of the things that we plan on doing.
Nice.
Especially knowing with the West Side, we in it.
Yeah. Straight up.
I gotta ask, how do you guys challenge yourself for the year? You make how many films? I'm sorry, you guys don't. Films are hard to make.
And y'all popping out 5 in a calendar.
And
good
there's
gosh.
12 months in a year. What's your challenge? Like, how do you challenge yourselves to be like, we're gonna make this many this year?
We did 13 in 1 year before.
That was including shorts.
Yeah.
And
that was the short. It was the shorts and features we did.
And the features, yeah.
So so doing 5 or 6 is not really hard at all.
Yeah.
If we continue working. So what happens is, and the 5 and 6 is because we have to sometime be pulled away for like a month when we're doing the bigger budget films.
Yeah.
So then we make room for at least 2 of those a year. So if we get pulled away for a month at a time, and that's just filming, but not including pre-production. So 5 and 6 for us is like, okay, we can still do that on our level, right, instead of going to the until we go to the big budget. So for us, it's easy because we've mastered the process.
Yeah.
Right. So we have a process that works for us.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's easy. And there is monkey wrenches that will be thrown in.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Always.
Things that happen. You know what I'm saying? Things that are try to just throw us off totally.
But it's also cost effective too. I'm seeing a lot of producers throw a lot of money on projects. I'm thinking
you didn't have to pay.
You didn't have to pay that much money.
You didn't have to do all of that.
And you're not going to make that money back. And what's going to happen is that you're going to be discouraged in making your next project because you didn't pull your money back from the first one.
Yeah.
And so you got to. So people have to start thinking business sense.
Yeah.
You want to create this project, but how can I create this project whereas though I want
a certain amount of money?
Well, so that I can make my investment back. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that we try to teach in our class. You want to throw $1 million into a project, but if that movie don't make $1 million back, no investor is going to give you
a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah.
So now take that money and say, if I give you $10,000 to make this project or $15,000 to make this project, and you don't make it right, or you don't come on budget, like, I'm not going to give you another $15,000 to make this movie. No one's going to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So people say you got to start. If you want to make a $15,000, you make a $7,000. You want to make a $20,000, you got to make a $10,000. You want to make a $50,000, you got to make a $25,000. So in order to get those bigger budgets, we directed $500,000 movies, $300,000 movies, $100,000. We directed those movies. You know what I'm saying? We've written those movies. So for us to come back and do something like that, all we're doing is taking our paychecks that we've got from those $500,000 movies, and we're going to take that money. We pay our little bills we got. Take that money and invest in something else. That way we can continue to work.
Right, keep going.
Because it's all about continuing to work.
And we don't employ us, who will? That's how I feel.
That's why. Thank you.
We got to
You gotta go get it yourself.
Also make that money.
Right, but it's wrong. We love working with other producers like that. You know,
Absolutely.
those big time producers. And one of our producers, Jamie. I mean, if it wasn't for her, she put us in rooms that no one else would put us in.
And she speaks our name.
And she speaks our names in the room like that. So so when she called for us, make sure you make this a snippet.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because Jamie put us on. You know what I'm saying? She put us
Yeah.
on big time, and I said that's why she's the godmother of our son. You know what I'm saying? Because it's family with us.
Yeah. No, it's important. It's important. So, what projects do you guys have coming in the future? You just got finished, with Mistress for Hire and Life of a Bull, and then do you want to totally flip script and go in a completely different
What we
Very-
are.
Well, the mistress is we went back to our roots on that, right? So that's different from
Life
like
of a-
the trilogy that we just got we just wrapped up, and we are currently
Doing
in
3 scripts right now.
pre-production. We're doing 3 scripts right now, and so
How do you balance that? Like mentally though.
mentally is listen. I got focus vitamins. I got ginkgo biloba. I got
yes,
listen.
all the
I have
vitamins.
to
You're taking some alpha brain.
right. So
Yeah.
it's like I have to.
It's not that hard
For me,
To jumble
because I'm
different
scatterbrained.
ideas?
Because I'm still a homemaker, so I got to make
Yeah,
sure, and I
especially-
take care of my dad, so I got to make sure that he's good, my dad good, my son good, house good. You know what I'm saying? Like
There's a lot of
my
shit going on
oldest
up there.
son, like all of I got to
Yeah.
make sure that. So I'm juggling a lot.
Yeah, she juggling a lot.
Mainly, he just have to focus on
Yeah.
the
She
business,
make it easy for me. She
right?
does make it easy for me.
So
But project-wise, we're doing a movie called Rejection, which we're
Yeah.
going to be doing that in Atlanta. Which we work almost done with that script. We just got greenlit to do He'll Never Leave Part 2. He'll Never Let Go Part 2.
Yes.
And we're doing a semi-action film called Vegas Vixen.
we're writing that
Yeah.
right now. That was
That was also commissioned for distribution.
Yeah,
See, think about one of us.
for
We
that.
don't make a movie unless distribution's attached to it.
Okay.
So that's so.
Smart, yeah.
So we won't even write a script or nothing like that until we know this. But once it's done, a distributor's picking it up.
And how do you know that?
Relationships.
Okay. So you pitch an idea
So,
before you get started.
Or they pitch to us.
they pitch to us and
Oh,
say, "Hey,
okay.
you know, we say, hey, is there anything that you guys need? Or you looking for?" And this is what we need right here. And it's like, okay, well, let's send them back, you know,
outline.
a outline or a synopsis. They approve it, and we write it. Send it back. They approve it.
Then they cut
We
the check.
shoot it. And then we know that it's going to be distributed,
Yeah.
right? We're not going to waste our time, nor are we going to waste the actor's time when doing stuff that we know is not going
not
to
going
come
nowhere, yeah.
to forefront. Like, I'm not going to waste your time. So everybody doesn't have that, you know, that luxury to be able to do that. But we've been doing it long enough. We've built enough relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we've worked with enough people, whereas we can do that.
Yeah. That's
amazing.
nice. And that came
That's
over time of
amazing.
just
Oh, over time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
just over time.
just
Over
kicking
time.
ass,
But it's also
yeah.
consistent work too. People see the
Consistent
work.
being reliable,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people can say that we can't make a movie. We, you know, whether you like it or not, it's completed.
Right.
You
It's
know what I'm saying?
completed. From beginning to end, we can complete what we set out to
And
do.
most investors want to know, can you complete a movie?
Yeah.
If I give you this money, am I going to make my money back? That's a tax purpose reason. But are they going to see the investment flourish? Yes. You know, we have over 25 movies streaming right now on Tubi, Peacock, and Zumo, Vimeo. Not Vimeo. That's the thing.
No, that is
Vimeo.
Vimeo, yeah.
Yeah. So we have content Lifetime, BET Plus. So we've got content everywhere. So when people say, "Well, can you complete this?" Well, just look at our resume.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now,
We've
now we
completed
only
a lot.
now, and we also here is our itemized budget. This is what we're gonna spend the money on that you're gonna give us. You know, I said you're gonna give us. You know, what I'm saying? Yeah. And what do you do? And then sometimes we might get lucky and say, we're gonna do a movie ourselves, like Deli Bond. We finance that out of our pocket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so and that movie got over 5 million streams.
And that was all you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so that, you know, and then we're able to take that, reinvest it back into another film. So, hey, we're going to take on this. We're going to do this film, better get on ourselves again, see how it go. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, like, and people don't understand, like, there a lot of people like, oh, they can pay this amount. I'm going to pay this person $500 a day to come and I'm going to outbeat you because you can only pay such and such. It's okay because my strategy works.
Yes.
By the time you're trying to figure it out, you're going to be broke.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna keep working. You understand what I'm saying? So either they gonna work with me or they not.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't. Before it used to bother me a little bit, like because we're like, oh dang, I wish I want to be able to pay this person more money. You know, they're worth more. And then we look at the budgets and we look at it from a business point because that's what he went to school for. When you start looking for at a business standpoint and you start comparing it to SAG and SAG wages and what these actors are making and what the. You know what? I can may not be able to pay that, but I can kind of meet you halfway.
and it's worth it.
Yeah.
Well,
Right?
also, I mean, think about it. The day rate that we pay is what extras get for not speaking at all.
Thank you.
Right.
So you in a big budget movie ain't saying a word, not one word, but now we give you the opportunity to speak so people can see that you can act.
So you could potentially get some better
more-
shit.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
It's all about the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it's like, oh, opportunity plus we get fed and money too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really about to crush now.
So why audition for smaller roles when we all actors? I'm assuming actors want to act. You know what I'm saying? You want to be A-listers. You want to be walking the red carpets on these big movie budgets like that. So why stop at the small stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Build.
Right.
And we're not the only
Flourish.
producers in town, so
Get out
work with
there.
this, work with their producers and learn. You know what I'm saying? Learn what they do, the versus process. Don't try to say, well, so and so do it this way, so and so don't do that.
Never.
No, don't do that. Do not do that.
good.
What you do is you say, okay, well, so and so, you know, in your mind, well, okay.
I like this
Different.
that they did.
Yeah, like
I
this.
don't like this.
Right.
So grab a little
And
bit of
keep your
that.
mouth
Yeah.
shut
Yeah.
when you're on set.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Your
saying?
part
And that's
is
fine.
safe.
Do your thing and, you know, don't try to, you know, build up relationships because it's
Yeah.
all about relationships.
Yes.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
if you cannot build if you are not a team player and we've worked with you, ask yourself, have you been back?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to. It's hard enough when you're making a movie, right? I don't need divas. I don't need anybody on set that's going to come and bring drama.
No. Don't want
I
that.
will complete this project with you.
And
I
you're
will
done.
break bread with you. I will go out and laugh and dance with you, but you will never step back foot on my set
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless I can see that you've grown,
Yeah.
right? But that's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
So I love you, but I'm gonna love you from a distance. I'm not gonna allow that back on my set. So that is one of the things, like my husband say, make connections.
Yeah.
If you're on set and you're not making connections and you're not getting to know these people or meeting these people or seeing what they have going on or whatever the case may be, then what are you doing?
Right. Yeah.
What are you doing to put your best foot forward so
Exactly.
you could achieve your
Yeah.
goals and dreams?
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
What are you? What work are you willing to put in?
I mean, think about it. I mean, we met Kat over here on Life of a Bull. She's got a first AD credit on Mistress.
On Mistress, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because she showed up and showed out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, okay, boom. And she actually directed the scene.
yeah. She told me about that too.
You know what I'm saying?
We came back and we reflected and we were just talking and smoking and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was so
Hey, no, she taught me a lesson, and that's why I really appreciate her. After we finished rapping with y'all, we came back here and we were smoking and appreciated. And she goes, "What is something that you learned, and what is something that you wish you would have did better?"
Yeah.
I was like, all right, yeah. I learned that I could fucking hang. If you tell me, hey, cut here and start here, I'm going to be prepared.
Yeah.
Because one, my anxiety is gonna tell me, motherfucker, you better be ready.
Right.
Because I'm not one to waste time.
Right. No one
But
wastes time.
also, it's like, okay, I saw some things I could do better too. Maybe, you know, where my head positioning was and shit like that. The little things that come with time. But you have badass motherfuckers like this that you sit back and they truly care and they give you their opinion.
Right.
And you have to take that criticism and say, fuck it, thank you for being honest with me.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to be better.
Right.
And two, I'm gonna fucking remember it next time.
Right, absolutely.
But that's actors supporting actors. I was always raised on this fact. Two main things. One, actors support our fellow actors. Because at the end of the day, we are rejected enough. You gotta rely within each other. Plus, you never know where the fuck anyone's gonna go. Writing, directing, produce. You don't want to burn the bridge. Plus, you might want to be in their office and be like, "Yo, remember me?" And you never know who's behind that table one day. And you better not have a bad rep with them.
Well, you've worked with them, so you have to build chemistry. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect what you and Nelson. Y'all built chemistry. Even though the first scene was a sex scene, but y'all was able to build chemistry going forward. You know what I'm saying? So the rest of the days, I was able to have, I could see them being involved.
At the end of the day, because you want to get to know the person, but usually people they see the superficial, they fall in love with the character, and that's not professional. You have to separate, and to be a professional actor is to know your part, know your role. That's why you don't fall in love on set. You wait till after you do all you wait, because at the end of the day, it's a chemistry, it's a connection, but it can be false, and that's why you always are honest. But at the same time, you get to know the person. You separate the character from the person, because the person, like I said in the beginning, I thought Nelson was gonna be, I love you, Nelson. But I thought it was gonna be a goof, just through Zoom. It's a long story, but And meeting him in person, he was so real, so honest, and that's what made it so
humble.
So
Very
humble.
Yeah.
And it's so rare to find that in actors and actresses nowadays.
Yeah.
To the point where you feel so comfortable to be like, I want to be friends with you. I hope to work with you again in the future because you're that awesome and that amazing to work with. Yes, I'm talking about you, Nielsen. Okay. Yeah. But with that, how do you build that environment on set as directors and writers?
It starts from the very beginning. It starts from me offering you the role. It starts from the Zoom table read or the in-person table read, right? And then it starts from when you walk in the door. I have to set that tone. He has to set that tone.
Yeah.
If we are disconnected or discombobulated or our synergy is not there,
And the whole set's
going to crash. So we have to be aware. First, right? We need to be aware, and sometimes because he'll get frustrated quicker than I, or if I get frustrated, we know how to take each other to the side, be like, it's showing, send it back. You know what I'm saying, right? I see you. You know, so we have to build that first, and then once that happens, then hopefully that will trickle down to the actors of them at least talking or meeting each other or being comfortable or getting to know each other. It doesn't always go that way, but once again, if I see that you're causing trouble, you won't be back. So we try to eliminate those weeds as best we can.
I mean, because sometimes we hear stuff
After,
that happened,
way
like we didn't know that was
Yeah.
going on. So actors are good at hiding stuff too from us.
Yeah.
But like, I wish you would have told us that while we was filming. We could have squashed that beef
at
right
that-
then.
You
at
never
that
want
time.
to start the drama. You never
Right,
want
yeah,
to
and we understand that,
so in
yeah.
a way, you kind of
Just deal with it.
as sad as that
Avoid
is,
it.
because you don't want to, because you're hoping, or maybe gullible like me, in the sense of like you hope for the best in people.
Right.
You hope they're as professional and as down to earth as you, in the sense of I'm here to be a professional, and I also hope maybe become friends, or
Right.
at least enough to support fellow actors.
Right. Well, like I said, Renee said, when we go out and if the actors are doing something crazy and bad, it reflects on TPN.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So same thing on set. Like, if actors feel uncomfortable, she's not gonna say this actor made her uncomfortable. She could say this whole project was uncomfortable.
TPN project,
You know
right?
what I'm saying?
I
So-
was on their set and this happened.
Right. So that's why we like, hey, even if we don't do nothing about it, let us know so that way we are aware of what's happening.
going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then we will handle accordingly how we got to go. So, today we're gonna change up some scenes here. We don't need you no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're
good. Thank you.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And because we writers, we can write. I mean, with plenty of times we had to rewrite scenes on set.
On set.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We've done that before, so it's not a problem to do it again. I don't like to do it, but if someone's been uncomfortable, then we need to know, what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's still a reflection of Bobby and Renee.
Yeah. Your all's asses is on the line, and plus, nobody wants to go to work and be uncomfortable.
Right,
No,
yeah.
You want to go there and you want to express yourself, and you have this idea that you want to just show the world that is amazing, and then you have some fucktard on the side.
Just being an ass.
It's
right.
like, yeah, nobody wants that. Just be nice.
Just be nice, right?
We're all here to make a project and be excited for something
To express.
Right.
Just do what
To
you
express and
love.
be a creative. It just create something that you think is magical, or somebody that some people can be entertained from it. Some people can escape the world. I brought this up to you before. The world is a fucked up place.
Yeah.
It's so much fucked up shit that could happen. So if you could create an environment for people to escape that stress and that drama for a little bit of time and just say, oh man, this shit is badass.
Yeah.
I feel good for a minute. It feels
I mean,
great.
it's to the point now. Some actors call us their fairy godparents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I can see
yeah, they call. I mean, we take that seriously. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We take it, if you respect us enough to give us that title, then we're gonna make sure that we live up to that title.
uphold
you know?
it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna make sure that we deliver expectations that you put upon us.
It
the best we
doesn't
can.
always mean that you audition and you get the role.
No.
And if you come and say, hey, why didn't I get the role? Do you mind telling me? And I'm going to say, hey, well, this one, wasn't particularly for you. Or, you could have done this a little bit better in this audition. You know what I'm saying? But then you have to know to take it with love.
Right.
Right. So I've learned to not blur those lines anymore, because before those lines would get blurred. Like start really loving on people and you bring them in as family.
Yeah.
And then, and
They
then
take
when those
advantage of it.
friendships,
Yeah, exactly,
right,
yeah.
when they end, they hurt.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you truly cared, but
You
maybe they were just
truly
using it for
care.
beneficial gain.
Exactly.
And that's not okay.
It's
and
not
that's
okay.
she mentions that shit all the time. Like,
Yeah.
can you truly be open to these people? Do they truly care about you, or are they just using you because they know they could get some shit?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
And
That's
hurts.
common. It hurts a lot.
Yes,
It hurts a
that
lot.
hurts. So I'm trying to do things a little bit different.
Yeah, and I think me personally, it weighed on me a lot heavy, because we had friends from Atlanta who we were family, and I think when one of them had left this world, it hurt me the most, because I was ready to go out filmmaking. This is how close we were. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, this is all I know, but I was so attached to this person as a friend.
And she was like, we were grooming her to be a household name. Right, to make her leads in a lot of different movies and get her out there, and we were, godparents to her children, and they all perished.
Yeah,
right.
so
that messed us up. Like that put us down for a minute. Right? Yeah, it put us down, and we still have a hard time with it. Yeah. And I feel like, and the family we made in Atlanta is family, right? And when we come here and we get shitted on, that makes us, I'm not gonna speak for him, a little bitter, right?
As you should.
It makes you be like, nah, I gotta be that bitch, right? I gotta like close myself off. I'm a Capricorn, so that's not hard. But when I give myself to you as a friend,
it's deep.
It's deep.
You truly do.
Right.
Yeah.
But now I gotta put my wall back up. Here we go.
Right. And it makes it hard when we be out in public and people are like, hey. Then we got a fake smile and something like, bitch.
I'm not into the fake.
I don't do that
fake
shit
bullshit
either.
with me. But people think about the same time. Those people do not know professionalism, because every set I've been on with you two, professional, best set. I would humbly always recommend. That's how it should be on every set.
Well, that's how with Danielle. Like I didn't know you knew Danielle. That was amazing. I love Danielle. Danielle's my buddy.
I'll tell you what, it's wonderful.
She
I did not know you guys were in a film previously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because me and her, oh my God, we go way back.
Yeah.
First acting class when I first moved to Vegas.
Oh,
way back
And
then.
Danny, she's real cool. And we would have brought her back on a few things, but her work schedule.
Chambers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's real cool. She was in our movie Set and Passion. And we love working with her. She did a little small thing for us. A friend of ours in Atlanta wanted to do some live streaming thing. We brought her on for that. But we've
been trying to bring her back, but her schedule has kind of been conflicted.
Yeah, conflicted.
Yeah.
But when she showed up, I was happy to see her. Like, oh shit! So it was bittersweet.
Yeah. Man, so in the industry that's constantly evolving, and y'all have some projects out, how do you stay fresh? How do you stay creatively in the zone to go after the next project?
Well, he does most of the research, and then he come back and give me the cliff notes.
Yeah.
So he listens to podcasts, he watch videos, he's up on the news, he's up on all of that. Like the latest whatever come out. Actually, it's he and Nelson. Right, so Nelson's like his little brother. So they're constantly, and Nelson is a producer and director and writer also. He's not just an actor. So he's on that business side. So they're always like keeping each other in the know.
Yeah.
And then they come back and give me the cliff notes, and then I take that, and if I have to research some more, I'll do it. But it's a constant learning game. You cannot be in this industry or any industry for that matter and stay stagnant. You have to constantly be ready to learn.
Yeah.
So we try to keep up with the times, and we try to keep up with what's next.
Well, also too, we want to create stories that we want to see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and we said it before. All our movies have an oh shit factor.
Yeah.
If we don't make you say oh shit, we ain't doing our job. So we want people to watch a movie and say oh shit.
Yeah.
Just, if you say it once, that's all I need you to hear. You know what I'm saying? Just oh shit. You know, whether it's in a good way or a bad way. But that's our determination how we create projects. You know what I'm saying? Is this subject matter going to be something that people are going to be involved with? And when we did the whole lifestyle story, I mean, everybody thought it was about swingers and stuff like that. We're not swingers, but we know people who swing. You know what I'm saying?
We're swinger friendly.
So
that's your thing. Shit, who the fuck am I to judge?
So the movie doesn't reflect how the Hispanic lifestyle is. It's just certain aspects of if things went left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is what can happen down that line, that road. When we did the Taboo 1, 2, and 3, about incest, it came from, people being sexually assaulted in their family. Because a thing happens, you can either shut down or you can be very promiscuous. You know what I'm saying? So we took that stories and kind of ran with that. But it also let people know, because statistically shown, 7 out of 10 women, this is women, are molested by someone in their family. And I say this is something that people need to know, because what happened in the African American, I don't know how it happened in the white community, but the African American community, this shit's something on the rug. Because everybody know, Uncle so-and-so done touched so-and-so and don't want to talk about it. But everybody in the family knows that Uncle so-and-so touched so-and-so. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we don't talk about that, don't put that out there. So we wasn't doing out there to blast anybody, but we wanted people out there
shining light on this,
right, shining on situations that people are
need to be fucking aware of.
Yeah, people are hurting, and they need something to feed on, the grass on, because we want people don't want to go to therapy. Right. So let's watch this movie be therapy and look at some of the situations, the scenarios that can happen if you don't get the professional help that you may need.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. And that's what Taboo was. It was deep. The first one was about a brother and a sister. But they didn't look at the fact that the sister was being molested and touched by her father all of her life.
Yeah.
And she was the oldest. She turned around and she transferred that to her brother. Right. That's what she knew. That's what love was for her. Right. So that became a brother-sister relationship. And then the next one was the niece.
The uncle and niece.
The uncle and the niece.
The cousin messed with the cousins.
But the cousins. So we tried to show those dynamics as to, okay, why is this happening? And what made this person go that way? Like those are just thought-invoking things. And then the next series was mother and son. Well, you got to look at it like, okay, it's mother and son, but the situation, she was like 13 when she had him.
Yeah, she was molested too.
She was molested. She gave him up, right? But she was in love with his father. So when he came back, first of all, she didn't know, and then when she found out, she didn't stop it because she had already had that kindred love because he reminded her of his father.
Right. Yeah. So we try to make them somewhat deep.
Right, but it's there. Like those things happen, and people don't. I'm like, don't you know this is real life? Right? We just don't talk about.
I mean, and trust me, if you don't believe in real life, you can watch any daily crime news, and, and they're gonna tell you about some man that messed with his daughter or this, that, and the third. It's always
up in the basement.
Yeah, so these stories are not nothing new. You just opening people's eyes to them.
Yeah, as they fucking should do. Shit, I'm a girl dad, so it's like, man, y'all need to be aware of some weird shit.
You have to be aware. You have to be aware.
And then like domestic warfare, it's about this. This upstanding pastor, beat his wife at home, but in front of the church community, he's
a lover,
right? You know what I'm saying? So he won't cheat or do nothing like that. So most of our movies we think have messages, but people don't look at the message; they look at the sexiness of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
but not just to grab the people's attention, but if you look at the message,
you got to be open-minded, and you got to be deep within yourself to understand a message that's out there.
Right.
And a lot of people aren't ready for that.
No, they're not ready to hear that from people who look like us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got people who do the same thing we're doing are getting accolades and awards for doing the exact same thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to people who look like us, we're exporting it. But no, we're not. We're just telling the same story. Because even we did Taboo series, people talking about, you're into incest. But the movie Flowers in the Attic is a whole book series. It's a whole 4 or 5 movies all about incest. You know what I'm saying? But this guy got awards and, he got accolades. And the only difference is he was a white writer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we did the exact same thing and
we're into incest.
We're into the freakiness. But go watch Flowers in the Attic. It's the same bullshit.
That's crazy. I've never understood how can we not separate. Again, it is an art and it's a craft. Go deeper into the purpose of what
the message. Yeah,
that's all the art, and it was always meant to give a message or tell a story. So don't forget
to entertain
and also educate and give you a reason to talk about things and talk about life and I don't know, fucking look off your phones and talk to each other and be like, oh my God, do you see that part? Like that was so intense. And actually, I don't know. My director always told me you go into entertainment to not only entertain, but also give people something to fucking talk about. Get them excited and engaged to not only discuss, but I don't know, dig deeper into life and people. Like, let's be real, we don't talk about people enough. We don't talk about feelings and deeper shit in life.
Yeah.
Because we're always obsessed with what's on social media. Think about it. And that's what the purpose of film has always been about in my eyes.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about this, bringing community together.
Right.
That
Right.
too.
Diary of a Unicorn. This girl got turned out, basically. She stepped her foot in that lifestyle and went head deep. She didn't understand about the lifestyle before she jumped right head deep, and she ended up getting herself hurt. Right. Then you have Memoirs of a Vixen. This husband, I want to see you with another man. Keep pushing his wife. She's like, no, baby, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. I just want a family. I want to have a baby. Yeah. And he like, no, we got to get this out first. That's my kink. You gonna do it. So messed around, lost his wife, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's a situation. You know what I'm saying? Those things you need to think about. Mm-hmm. You need to know, right? Mm-hmm. And then with Life of a Bull, same thing. Like he's out here. Of course, he had still his morals, but you still sleeping with all these different women. Eventually, it backfires. It comes back on you. Although you have morals, you have standards. You don't do this, you don't do that. But at the end of the day, you were still doing those things and breaking up these families potentially, and it came back to bite you. So like those are like it's things like that we want people to think about. Not just look at the sex of it, but really pay attention to the stories of what's going on.
Mm-hmm. So as an actress, just even watching it, like, damn, that's me. Like seriously, that's how good it takes you out of
how well put together and how it flows.
It was amazing.
I'm glad.
I'm glad y'all like it. I mean, because we do the premieres for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we make sure the actors are happy. Yeah, we want you guys to be happy, see the work, be proud of the work and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us actors, again, you don't get your footage. You don't get to see a completed project to months and years. Sometimes don't even see it at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when we do these premieres and stuff like that, we want you guys to be happy, be proud. Let your friends and family come see what you're doing, what you've done. You know what I'm saying? And so these are going to be your fans and supporters down the line.
Big time. Because how do they have to view it? It's how many streams? So when it's on Tubi, honey,
just click on it.
Keep playing.
Keep playing.
Thank you, Bubba.
And not just two, but you got Peacock. It's gonna be on all the other platforms. So
I'm just so excited. Seriously, when you think about projects, some of mine have never finished.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So to feel
she be bitching about her one project that's been going for like 5 years.
Something text me like literally right after you guys, in between before Mistress, they text me again, pressuring about needing to be done before April. What month is it now?
It's May.
Wow. It's been almost 6 years. I'm over it.
I know you feel frustrated, but don't call them out. The reason why I say that because some people can't do what we do. We make it look easy, but it's really hard. It's really hard, and we don't know whatever elements or situation that they're going through to make this thing happen. Sometimes people are putting their all in all into a project, and they may not have the training, or they may not have the expertise, or the people that actually help them get to their project. So I get your frustration.
The finances,
because here's the thing: when you put on the front,
the
whole office, the whole thing. Yeah, I told you I had to earlier. I was dying. But like, it's the whole front. It's the whole. They have an office. They have this big poster. All the things. Yeah. It's almost like you, but it never turned over. Mm-hmm. And then to still keep almost like every couple of years festering, like, hey, it's gonna be done. It's almost like a leash of like, hey, you want to finish it?
Right.
Yeah.
And I get that, and I get that, but also too, I mean, those producers should think that it's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna ever be perfect,
and that's okay. But I'd rather
just create the project. No, I get it, and I'm saying to them, create the project and let people see where you lack at. And that way, on the next project, you can go for it. So that's why we're always constantly working, so we can see where we lacked at, and we continue to grow from that. But it's just us, you know what I'm saying? So we're both writers, we're both directors, we both producers. So we're in a different situation because we do it all. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to worry about collaboration with any other people because we're always constantly doing our own stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because like, well, hey, we're working on this project right now. You know, we're working on 3 scripts right now, literally. Like we was out writing today, 3 scripts, writing on them because we need to have them finished by next week or week after next, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Do you do like hour increments? Like, okay, this script for this hour and next script this hour?
No.
Well, this one we've been kind of simultaneously. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write my points on this movie, you're writing your points on that movie. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Then tomorrow we'll switch. And then, I might do more points on the outline for this movie. And then he's writing his points for the other movie. So we're kind of like,
I love
been kind of going back and forth in this. But it's fun. Like, that part is fun.
And that's just it. For you guys, as not only as a married couple, but also as business partners, do you guys ever, I know you don't get tired, but
yes, we do.
Tired of each other?
No, like in the sense of, how do you not get tired of the habit? Or the
let's talk about tired of each other.
Every day. You know what's funny though? We're the biggest procrastinators you ever meet.
Yeah.
No
Shit,
way.
you can fool me.
Listen, we found a good show.
We've been sitting there. Look, we binge watched Big Bang Theory for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we've been watching.
But
Big
you
Bang
also
Theory.
bust your fucking
And you went
ass
through
so
three scripts
long.
and you
No, seriously.
When we wind down, when we're done for the day, like he was in the process of editing, so he's gonna edit in, and we go to the gym when we get up in the morning. He edits, however many scenes he sets aside, and the rest of that day, if we're not going to go, when he's editing, we really don't do a lot of writing. So if we're not writing, after he's done, he gonna sit there and binge watch his shows.
I'm sitting on the couch. That's why I'm always on Facebook. I'm on Facebook all the time.
Oh yeah,
it's a work-life balance.
Talking shit and watching shows.
Exactly. That's how we do. Tuesday, I'm either talking shit about shows, watching shows, or I am fucking me and Nelson talking about other shows. Look, we talking all fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. I hate that he's not on Facebook right now because that's what we talk all fucking day. Like we would sit there and watch a movie together. He'd be home watching a movie. I watch the same fucking movie, sitting there talking about the movie. You know what I'm saying? How good it is, or how bad it could be, whatever situation, or who the actor is, like that. So we're procrastinators.
We are.
If we
didn't procrastinate so much,
we would have a lot more work done. Seriously, we don't write at home.
We can't.
We can't write at home.
We're too distracted.
Right. That's why we
go and sit at a Starbucks.
So that's why you always see us out. I'm always taking pictures of her on the laptop. We had to write outside.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't, we would not get nothing done.
Yeah. Because
gotta get out of the comfort zone.
You got the kids. You got Bryson. You got my dad. You got
the dog.
The refrigerator. I've been trying to go eat all the time.
ADHD, so you got to keep going. And I've been and started a thing of laundry, and then I'm like, I need to clean out this closet. Let me organize
the pantry. The other things are going to be doing right now.
Yeah.
That's our process.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. You guys just really made my night admitting that to me, because I'm not gonna lie. I'm beating myself up sometimes because I'm always like, I should be doing more. And then sometimes I'm like, I can't do shit.
No, you can't.
I gotta lay there and just scroll the stupid TikTok, whatever the hell it's called.
One of my favorite things that I've learned in my young life is not every day you're gonna have 100%.
No.
So if you have 30% that day and you give 30%, you gave everything you had.
Well, you know what though? One of the things I learned in school is time management.
Man.
So like I said, like Renee
Military.
says, right?
Yeah.
So when we have a project I'm editing, I only edit 10 scenes a day. Mm-hmm. That's it. So it could be an all day situation or it could be a 2-hour situation. You know what I'm saying? Once I've done that, I'm done. So people say, well, how long it take you to shoot a movie? Well, how many scenes in that movie? It's 80 scenes. Well, that's 8 days. I'll be done in 8 days. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll stop. I won't go further than that because my brain will get tired. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm just constantly watching stuff. So I only edit 10 scenes a day. That's it.
And he's gonna cut it off.
I'm gonna cut it off. And I could go longer, but I'm like, no, because I have to let my brain. Yeah, I have to let my brain refresh. Then I show Renee what I edit. She'll watch it. Then she'll give me her notes.
Yeah.
Then I'll go back and fix the notes that she said, because I'm constantly watching, so I might not pick up on things or hear things.
You need fresh eyes.
Right. So she'll pick up on things, and I fix them. Then I work on the next 10. And I show her that. You know what I'm saying? So that's our process. But in the meantime, she be downstairs cooking. She's watching the thing. I'm upstairs watching television, whatever case may be, or trying to dodge my son from hitting me.
Yeah,
because he likes to
box, so he wants to box all day. So that's really literally that is what we do, and then we give ourselves permission.
Yeah.
This day, babe, you know what? Let's just chill.
Yeah.
Right? We're not doing anything.
And we don't do nothing on Saturday and Sundays.
We're gonna just chill out. We're gonna be at home in our PJs. Yep. We're gonna order out. And that's what it's going to be. And we have to give ourselves that permission to do that.
So it's time management.
Yeah.
It's definitely time management. But again, we're procrastinators. We could
Yeah,
do a
very
lot.
much so.
Because like I said, people gonna say, Bob, you're always on Facebook. You're damn right. I'm always
Yeah.
on Facebook.
I know I'm on Facebook a lot.
Yeah.
You doing my shit, but I'm like, God damn, Bobby talking
Exactly.
some more shit
All
today.
right.
I'm like,
Now
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Let me sit there.
But then I love it because it kind of inspires me to be like, okay,
I need to be doing more,
Why
man.
not?
Let me share some
Get to
shit.
know
But
you and
once you set a goal a day, like I say, I don't know how to act in the situation. You say, well, you know what? I'm going to learn a monologue every day, one monologue every day. And I was started from 9 to 10. Whatever you've been writing between 9 and 10, that's it. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
it. Then don't try to push yourself no more because your brain gonna relax. Then it started to get used to that. Okay, now I know between 9 and 10, my brain need to be focused on that only and only that.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
I don't know.
Conditioning your brain.
yeah, exactly.
programming Your brain. Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Speaking of military, what branch were you?
Army.
well-
I see you.
Yes, sir. What was your job?
92 golf. I was a cook.
Oh shit! Were you attached to some crazy shit?
No,
or
I
did
was
you
I was in my unit.
Okay.
Yeah, in Fort Hood, Texas.
See, you were chilling then.
Oh yeah, all that.
Oh,
Look,
good for
I ain't
you.
been in the field. I
Yeah.
ain't had to do no.
I feel
KP.
bad for them cooks that's attached to the infantry units
Oh.
and they just live in the field for 3 to 4 weeks.
Yes, my God. Look, think about it, because when I was in Fort Hood, Texas, we were supposed to go in the field just for training, but the MKT truck broke down, so we couldn't, because it's like a big kitchen on wheels. That's all it is. And so all we had to do was just get some fucking MREs and just take out to the field and come back. that's all we had to do.
Just lazy.
Look.
Damn.
So what you just went back to your barracks?
Just
or-
back no, yeah. Well, when I was in Fort Hood, I lived off base. So, I mean,
Okay. So you went back home.
Yeah, I went back home.
Went
you know?
dropped the MREs off and
And then
then
on top of that, I really wasn't a cook because what happened was one of my sergeant went to same school I went to in Virginia, John Marshall High. And when she realized I was from Richmond, she pulled me out from the kitchen and put me in the ration room. So all I had to do was just order shit to get people food. I ain't had to do shit. So I might have cooked like 6 months out of the whole time I was there.
That explains.
Yeah.
I'm just hearing this.
hey, she's like, I thought this motherfucker was cooking every day.
I wasn't cooking, no.
He said, baby, I'll make the fuck out of some reservations. But
Exactly. You know what though? And you know what's crazy? The crazy part about that, I never had to do KP at all because every time, even when I was in basic training, the person before me would do some stupid shit, had to do KP the next day.
What is KP?
Kitchen patrol.
Oh, okay.
So they had to clean the dishes, wash dishes, whatever. So even in AIT, basic training, both of them did the same exact shit. Did something real stupid, and they had to take my turn the next day, and the sergeant forgot about me.
So you
and went
just
straight
he
to the next
kept
person.
lucking up.
So I never had to do KP ever. So I did a GI party one time my entire life. And a GI party is when you go clean all the fucking kitchen grills, all that shit one time, and you got cream behind the grill, all that stuff. One time, and I'm like, I'm good with this shit. But I was happy when I got pulled in the ration room.
You were supposed to have been going away though.
Yeah, I was
right?
supposed to. Yeah, what happened? I had got orders to go to Korea, and this was my first wife. I was with her, she was real sickly, and what happened was that because you go to Korea, you go there for 1 year with no family support. All right, so I couldn't go because she was very sickly. So she needed me, whatever the case may be. So I went and got out of the military right then and there. I did my chapter 13.
okay.
Chapter 13 or 11, I can't remember which one it was. It was an honorable discharge, basically. So I'm still able to get my benefits, but I couldn't finish out my term.
Damn, good for you.
Yeah,
Shit.
so I had it lucky. I had it
Hey,
lucky.
if you could get in, make your mark, as in, get a little paid for this shit,
Yeah.
and then get the fuck out as immediately as possible. That's how it should be.
I am that guy.
Because, as we know, the military's gonna fuck you over.
Yeah.
They don't care about you. They don't care about your family. No matter how much they seem like they do, they don't give a fuck.
Because I got
The
people
job
say, hey,
comes
man, you
first.
want to go ahead and get a disability? Like, bro, I didn't do shit to get hurt. So I don't.
Yeah, people be talking about go and get
Fuck that, my back hurts.
Yeah, I'm like,
I can't
I'm
think
not
straight.
going to do that because I'm like, they're going to look at my record and say, hold up, you ain't do nothing. You ain't been in the field.
You never even had kitchen patrol. Shit, what you studying for?
Let me be. I'm going to be quiet, but they bring my ass back to go do something. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, I had people like all the time, man, go ahead and at least get 10%. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not going to lie. I mean, get the people who actually are hurt.
I feel that.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I don't want to do that. I don't want to take advantage of that situation because there are some soldiers who actually got hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who deserve that.
Get their
disability.
shit blown up.
Yeah,
or,
you know what I'm saying?
shot
I'm not
up.
going to try
or-
to scam the government because, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm like, that shit's on me.
I feel like, though, there is a little piece that says you signed that fucking dotted line and you didn't know what you were going to go
You sure
through.
didn't.
And a little bit of that is gonna fuck with your psyche a little bit, whether it was temporarily or if it was fucking forever. Shit, you did that.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed the army military. To be honest with you, I enjoyed it. I think that
It was good times.
Yeah, I think had I
time.
not, my wife at the time had not gotten sick, and I think I would have careered out.
Yeah,
I would have careered out in 2018.
I mean, I don't want to say thank God that
but
thank God it didn't happen because now you making fucking movies,
Right.
way better than the army.
Exactly.
Army cook.
Yeah,
Army cook. They can't cook.
Damn cook.
He said, "God damn it, I'm tired of these fucking rations. I don't know how much longer I can do it
Never
for."
again.
Hey, all I had to do was order shit, make sure we was stocked up every week. That's all I had to do. So I had to cook.
Kitchen supplies.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that so much you be thinking of stuff and stuff be clicking.
See what happens on
Yeah,
Talksmackwithmac?
You never asked.
Because see, with him, even when we go to, can I have one too? When we go to the grocery store, he will put stuff on the belt in order, like it's like OCD.
Alphabetical order.
Size
and weight.
It's
Not how it
really
goes
in,
together.
right. And
Yeah.
I'll be like, what are we doing? Just like put it up there. Why are we doing?
My shit got to be in order. Too.
Yeah.
right.
Is
It's
that
like
military?
stuff-
Is
I
that
think it's
just-
military, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So,
like,
'cause
nah,
you was
these
back there
belong
rationing
together.
Stuff, you had to make sure that stuff was all in
Yeah,
order and in place.
That's
And where you,
it. That's all I had to do. That's
Yeah.
all I had to do.
okay,
Command
it's
report.
clicking now. Thank you. It's clicking.
It's like
Drink
drink
that
champs.
shit. Don't be scared. Right. We about to start asking you the real shit now.
Okay.
No, cheers, man. Shout out
Cheers.
to the people. Shout out to Kat. And shout out to everybody that helped me chase my goals and dreams.
You see how careful we was over
I know,
that
I had
equipment?
to sit there a
Everybody
little
was
bit more.
like,
It was gonna
Real
fall. I'm not
careful.
doing that.
We know the cost of equipment.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
You're
That's
like,
right.
Focus Right 4-way shit. That's
Stop.
at least like 800.
exactly.
The fact that you say that, I'm sorry, I have to say this. Thank you so much for trusting me with your equipment.
Oh, of
you know how nervous I was when you're like, yo, Kat, I need this 85. I'm like, oh, baby, walk slowly. Okay, put this on.
2 points of contact at all times.
I did.
But
I
they
bet.
weren't doing that. Just like, just give me the fucking lens.
I know, I wanted to say that, and eventually I comfortable, but I was like, no way in fucking hell.
I'd be nervous. I'd be
Thank
like,
you, because it's that
Yeah.
shit's worth more than my life in my eyes.
no,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
it's not more
Stop.
than your life,
Stop.
but
Put
it's
some respect
I'm a
on
little
your
dramatic, okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
I'm an actress.
Hey,
not
unless
more than your
unless that shit is like 74,375.
In the sense of it's going to make my career happen. So if I drop this bad bitch, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
How about that? How about
Well,
that?
we'd have been screwed for that shoot, but we
Yeah.
were,
I know. And the way I thank you for trusting me, because
course.
that's a big honor. I don't care where position in the industry you want to be, but when the director says, "Hey, go get," and you're helping with the camera, and you're like able to look behind the camera and like, "Hey, look at this," and you're like, "Oh,
You feel special.
Well, I
You
mean,
feel
but Kat got
honored.
energy. I don't care. Kat has energy.
yeah.
Hey, that's why she's here right
You know what I'm
now.
saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, and, okay, she has energy. She asks the
And she
right
cares.
questions, and she definitely cares.
She cares.
And I'm like, and even when she's done acting, she's jumping behind the camera and picking up shit anyway. I'm like,
Kat
well,
would go, we say cut on her scenes. I turn this way. She'd be in her wardrobe. I turn this way and turn back. She then strip
Change
down,
down.
change, and moving lights.
Right.
I'm like, girl,
right.
you know,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
You
So-
appreciate those
Yeah, we
people.
definitely
though.
appreciate it.
Yeah, because
Life
they're
of a
invaluable.
Bull- Right, Life of a Bull, we had a couple interns, but Mistress,
Yeah, Mistress.
we end up being by ourselves.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for her and
Raina.
Raina jumping in, for us, we would have just been
Well,
beat down.
we've been beat down. We would have
but
got it done.
we've done it, but it's just
It's
we
a
would've
lot of
been
extra shit.
down because
Yeah.
we were supposed to have more
Two
people.
guys to come in, but they didn't show up.
and they didn't show up.
But
That's-
and
that's
they
his-
reached out wanting to be an intern and then not do
Yeah.
it.
Hey,
It's again,
that's
smack in the
one
face,
thing
but
that I noticed with
I
you
love
guys is that when you sent out the casting call, he said, and also if you want to be an intern,
Yeah.
we're looking for people. When I saw that, I said, oh shit, I might have to take off from work if I don't get no role in this
Right.
movie, because if you get an opportunity to learn from people that, like you said, you got the shit figured out.
Yeah.
Y'all are dropping 5, 6 movies, 13 in a year. Shorts last
In a year.
Y'all have the process figured out, and for somebody that is in love with this business and wants to do it for the rest of their lives, it's like you're letting me cut so many fucking corners.
Yeah, I mean, and you would think that, but people like say,
because not everybody is truly in love, and not everybody is truly in it forever.
Well,
some people are in it for different reasons,
as
y'all know.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities.
But when we built our schedule around having help, and then that help don't show,
now you're
they
some
don't
hours
understand.
and shit.
Like that
the implications.
is major.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and we got
that
lucky
is major.
because this happened before here in Vegas.
Yeah.
We did a movie called Dirty Little Secret.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dirty Little Secret. We supposed to have a cameraman to come on help out. Cause I trained him everything, like how to use my equipment like that.
You trained him?
Yeah, well, I showed
The camera,
and I showed him. He came to the house a couple of times before we started filming. The day of filming,
free training.
He never showed up.
No fucking
free motherfucking training.
But we
So it
learned
just
that
me
he
and her.
had COVID. He had caught COVID.
Yeah, he had caught COVID.
So cool.
That's
But-
understandable,
and-
but
and- but
motherfucking phone
somebody
call,
at least
text
let-
message,
right,
email,
let us know.
voice message,
It's not
motherfucking
hard
something.
to be like,
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
here's the thing. He caught COVID, but he caught COVID because he did something stupid. Like
He went out.
he went out
chasing these
went
hoes.
to party.
and he was on live like
partying.
at the club. Like
There's evidence
This is
of it.
Chasing
during
the
COVID
hoes.
too.
Don't
This
be
is
stupid.
during
I know that
COVID
myself.
time. So we were like, because even then during COVID, once you get your COVID test, we ask, during that time, please do not be around. big crowds.
Don't do
Like,
stupid shit.
Don't compromise.
Right, yeah, we have people.
Your job.
Your everybody's
the career,
right.
The
You know what I'm
weak
saying?
gig you get.
Right, and
So-
it wasn't like we were going to go pay him. We were going to pay him.
Yeah, we were going to
Yeah.
pay him. So you're learning. You're
getting
training
paid to
and
learn.
You're getting
Yes.
a stipend. I'm not going to say you're going to get paid big bucks, but
Right.
you're getting something,
It
right?
is. I'm sorry,
You're
it is
getting
something more
on the
than
job
nothing.
experience. You're getting fed.
Yeah.
And you get some money.
And networking.
Hey,
communicate.
how many 18 to 25-year-olds go to college and leave with $100,000 in debt for something that they
Right.
may or may
Yeah,
not
right.
even want to do?
Yeah.
But you're given an opportunity for people to get paid and fed to teach them a craft that they hopefully want to fucking do.
Yeah.
And even in the sense of knowledge and experience, but also the respect and kindness. I'm sorry, people don't understand, and in other sets,
Respect is the big thing.
that's just it. They
Respect
don't.
is the big thing.
It's almost like you're not gonna get it. Oh, has that been off?
Don't
Okay.
trip talk.
That's right. But in the sense of people don't realize the honor, and they take it
Yes.
as for granted.
Yes,
And-
100%.
And it makes me want to.
Well, like I said,
I
I look at it, people got their own priorities. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to push my priorities on you. If you don't have the time to do it, that's fine. Just tell me you don't want to do it.
But say it though.
Right, yeah,
Waste
just tell
my
me you don't want to
time.
do it.
But be respectful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what it is.
not
Professional.
Right,
Yeah,
because
but it's
And
not.
as a man though, I hold myself. I'm a fucking man.
Yeah.
Like I'm not one of these little kids these days. Hey, I understand. I think big picture.
Yeah.
Y'all got a lot of fucking money, time, and energy invested
Put into
into
the
everything that you
project.
do.
Absolutely.
So if I'm unable to do my part, the very least I'm gonna say, hey, one, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Two, I am so sorry I cannot do it to the level that you need, but I'm at least gonna let you know.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Just let us know. That's all we
Yeah.
ask.
So y'all can
that we
pivot.
can prepare.
Yes.
Right? But if we get on set and you never show,
You're like you said, you're expecting help, which is gonna alleviate time,
Yes.
which is gonna help you stick to your call sheet
Right.
and have motherfuckers showing up or
exactly.
locations where you gotta be in for a specific time.
we pay for those times.
Yes.
We are based on the help that we're going to need or
Yeah,
have.
and now you're losing that. Now you got to make shit shake somehow in real
And you
time.
guys make
Yeah.
it happen, and you do it
Y'all are
together.
badass.
And that's what I'm saying. I have mad respect for
you.
you guys as people and as a
you.
couple and as a company. It's just it excites me because, like you said,
Sets the standard
I'm not
and
gonna
the
lie,
tone.
it sets a hella fucking standard.
Yes.
It excites me for Vegas because as much as like all the entertainment's starting to come here and everything's starting to be here, I'm like,
I gotta follow up on that.
yeah.
Go ahead, girl.
With that being said, it's a privilege and an honor, and I'm excited to see what the future brings for not only you guys but us as a family. Because I don't care what you want me to do.
We're not
Give me
getting ready
10
yet, so you can't leave us.
I'm trying to buy.
we were trying to work at the
Atlanta.
premiere. I said,
premiere too.
yeah,
I'm trying to do. I'm trying
Girl,
to
be,
Yeah,
be the lead.
Be the lead, please.
Get
At your
interviewed
premiere.
and feel bougie
Right.
for the night. Girl,
See,
sit
I
the
don't-
fuck down.
You guys know me though. I'm hungry, I'm always like, oh, what can I do? What can I eat?
Yeah, we definitely appreciate. I would say, Kat, you on the 100 all the time.
Down. Not tonight.
I know, right? I'm so bad at
Control
that.
the snorts too, man. My audio guy could only do so much.
I know. I'm so sorry, honey. Remember, I
Hey,
love
she
you.
controls it on set.
Yeah.
Have y'all been filming and she
stop.
threw a snort out there? And he was like, "Man, we got to get rid of this dude again."
No, she had to do that filming.
No. Well,
Hey, I
because
feel like she controls her snorts so well.
Well,
It's
but
like,
that's the thing, but the character really have any funny moments.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
those
comedy
You
in
know
a
she's
lot of this
laughing.
stuff.
You know what I'm saying? But we love it because we have a friend in Atlanta who does the exact same thing. So we're used to it. So
yeah.
When you truly know the character, you
Yeah.
can separate the me
yeah.
from the character. Because let's
Yeah,
be real, I can. It's not always you, but it can be a part of you. And there's moments where I slipped, especially behind takes, like
yeah.
the
Oh, I
BTS.
bet,
I
I
love
bet,
seeing on the
I
BTS because it shows the real of being a character versus being yourself,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
the craft of acting, and I love it.
Being able to separate from the two is hard. So.
But it's
absolutely.
fun. It's
Yeah.
so fun when
Yeah.
you really love it and you got that.
Hey, no wonder actors and actresses have this fucking stigma of being just confused. Because we're
What?
just confused. It's like, man, I'm going to be Jimmy this week, Harry the week after,
Yeah.
and in between, I got to be Levi. In between that, I'm just fucking confused.
You gotta have that split personality.
yeah.
I know with a
I'm
character
very
that
split.
I had played.
Yes.
In Mama's Boy, I shot a movie last year. Hopefully, it's coming out this
Yeah,
year.
it'll be out this year. Yeah.
In LA, working with Jamie, the producer. She called me up and she was like, "Renee, I need you to do this role." Cool. Like we already in
Direct
LA because
booking,
we were in Disneyland.
Yeah, we was
We was
at
at
Universal.
Universal Studios.
Oh, stop.
For my baby 13th birthday.
Yeah.
So
Even
we was
better.
already in LA.
Double
And she was
deal.
like,
No,
yeah,
no,
you know,
sorry,
can you do this role? I'm like, cool, yeah, that's fine. Like, so I'm shooting a couple days, like, like I'm thinking a small role. She was like, no, it's the lead.
No, here's a quick kicker. That was a Saturday.
That was on a Saturday.
We're filming on Monday.
I had to be on
Yes.
set
And have everything get
and
to go.
have it down on Monday.
So what'd you
And
do?
this character was so complex. Y'all both like, yeah, it was so complex.
Because you want more time
And-
with that, but at the
Yes.
same time,
No, she
I can
killed
do
it. She
it.
killed
And she
it.
did
She
it.
did it.
I know she did.
did
Like,
it.
But when you
bet.
talk about like having those personalities, like I had to, because I had to kind of keep that personality for the most part because I was back to back. And so when I left set, I'm studying my next set of scenes for tomorrow. I'm mastering those scenes, right? I already knew the script. I knew the character. I did the background, like all of this in a few days. I had to go to fitting. I had to do this. I had to do that, right? So all of this was done in a few days. So I had to leave Universal, come home, pack, turn
back.
around, and fly
Go
back.
back. Yeah.
Right?
Fly back.
Then he had to take my dad to the doctor. He had to wrap things up for me, that I needed to do. And then my
I
oldest
drove.
son and my daughter-in-law, they had to go back to Atlanta. So it was like a lot of things happening. But I was not gonna let her down. Right?
no.
I was like, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
That was the best experience. But that particular character was very complex.
Very.
And I am like my oldest son, I'm a mama bear. People call him a mama's boy in a sense, and the name of the movie is Mama's Boy.
Oh,
but she was like to the extreme. So I was like, okay, I have to pull some of what I am a little bit and
But
make
also
it
make-
extreme.
Right. But I feel like those thoughts were always there.
Right,
Yeah.
So you thinking you talking
What
about
I
getting
really want to
confused.
do, but I understand I
Yeah.
can't
Can't
do
do
that.
that, right?
But
She might
this
go to
my
jail.
I would
cat.
have done it if I could. Oh,
Yes.
But
stop.
You guys
crossing
gonna be
those
surprised when they come out.
lines,
It's really
crossing
nice.
those
When you gotta,
lines,
I know you will. I know
sure.
you will.
Yeah.
But like, please, we gotta make a little movie night of
Well,
that.
we
I
are
would
going
love
to do a
Yeah,
movie
we could do
night
it.
when it comes
Please,
out.
I would love.
Yeah.
Oh my,
And
that
also,
sounds.
too,
You're gonna be amazing.
She's
in it.
also,
Oh.
we're both actually in this movie. We're both in Call Me Now.
Wait,
Call Me Now
Bobby,
with,
you act?
Well,
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does a little acting.
I know you
I saw some little
acted,
shit on
but
your
what?
IMDb about
Yeah,
a
we-
little something.
Yeah, you know about the whole Miss Cleo movie. and
You
stuff
remember
like
Miss Cleo back in the 80s?
Yeah.
The psychic lady.
that. So the movie coming
It's
out.
a movie coming out, and
be
we
on-
have a little cameo in that. And
Lifetime.
and what's her name?
Rage, Lady of
Yeah,
Rage.
Lady Rage. She plays the lead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that movie's going to be coming out
Yeah.
on Lifetime.
June 7th. July.
Ooh,
so
that's
that's
very
about to
soon.
come out,
Like
yeah.
2.5 weeks.
Yeah, so we might gonna do a little party at the house for that too.
Yeah, look,
We gotta do a little cameo.
Hey, if y'all invite me, I'm gonna be there for this one. I'll be in town.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's just a really small cameo, but it was.
Who cares? Like, cameo,
we heard
yeah.
that from the premiere that we got some laughs on our scene because we playing. I don't want to tell you who we are.
No,
Yeah.
I want to know. I'm so excited.
But my mama's boy is definitely like her.
That
Persona?
character was
No,
crazy.
that's a big project because
I was
I
gonna say,
said
in such a short time
It's
period.
so-
I'm sorry.
yeah.
As an
Short
actress,
time
you would
period.
hope to give at least a couple days just to dissect and be able to
Well,
really.
she had a couple days.
Literally
literally a couple
No,
days.
we want a couple weeks.
less than
Yeah,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
48 hours.
Yeah.
Exact. Like that
Yeah.
would look
But
like.
it's not just there because the costume, everybody had to because the other actress bailed out, so they had different body shapes, everything. So
Yeah, we had
they
to-
had to go through her
Yeah, they had to get
measurements and stuff like
measurements,
that.
my sizes. I
It
had
was
to
a
go
lot
fittings.
of-
I had to do like it was a lot that was
Had to go
within
through
those
that.
few days. The wig wasn't acting right because
Oh
I played
my
an older
God,
lady.
yeah.
So they had to do I mean, it was like a lot put into it. But as an actress. And I took off my producer, my director. I was none of that. I was just straight
Just
an
an actress.
actress.
You
And
had to
that's
be.
the role that I was in, right? As an actress, I roll with the punches. Whatever you needed to do. Like if you
I got
need me
you.
to do this, I'm there. If you need, you know what I mean? As an
1,000%.
actress, because you have to give yourself once you committed to a project, you give yourself.
You
To
send
that-
your soul
that
away
project.
for
Yeah.
that
Exactly.
character, and I will commit and be that character.
I'm going to commit. And once I commit, I'm committing all the way, right? But see, that's the thing that is lacked in, I think, in this community of actors. But anyway, I'm not going to even go there.
No.
But I can't wait until that movie come out because I'm telling you, those personalities was crossing. Like I was like, oh, hold on, that's not me. That's the character. Hold on, let me bring it back a little bit.
That's when you know good your acting is. And
No, I was saying, don't say it about the community. I say is that we've yet still to meet a lot of actors here. We're still constantly meeting new actors, so we have not met all the actors here in Vegas. We're still hoping to meet some new actors.
Hopefully, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like we got so much that we really want to do
Here in Vegas, especially this Vegas Vixen.
Yeah,
That's so sad.
That's going to be a dope script, and we need
Oh my God,
Vegas. We need local.
We need
Hey,
some girl ready.
I'm gonna just throw out there. I'm Vegas. I'm straight North Town, motherfucking Vegas. Sunrise
I'll go
Hospital
anywhere.
born.
Take
you know
me anywhere
what I'm
you want. I'm
But,
there.
Yeah, I mean, we really want to do this like that. Like I said, we write it with people in mind. But if they don't want audition, I'm not gonna just call you over.
That's
audition.
fine, which I get. I respect it because at the end of the day, we should be hustling to audition for them anyway.
I feel like we should be like, damn, Bobby and Renee are having another movie.
Why would I not audition?
I'm salivating, waiting for them.
Where's my role
waiting
that
for
I
this
can
audition
audition?
call. Let's go. Hey, Kat, it's on the 12th, baby.
Let's go.
It's on the 12th. We gotta do
So
it
the
here.
10th, let's go.
Hey, you're pulling up to the crib. We got the red curtains. Hey, y'all see the red curtains? Yeah.
I prefer my way, but you're
Yeah.
forgiven.
So man, that's how it is.
But you know what I'm saying? Just being ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have to be ready. Like I said, we just happen to hit a bunch of bad apples. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't. I don't want to reflect on the whole community of Vegas. I don't
Which
want
I
that out there.
appreciate
You know what I'm
because some
saying?
days I feel like we do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because
Unfortunately.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But that's anywhere though. It could be Vegas, it could be LA, Atlanta, whatever.
Oh, yeah, that
There's
could
always going to be a
definitely
bunch
be
of
anywhere.
bad apples that kind of spoil it for some people. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's on our side or the actor side. You know what I'm saying? Because some people might say, "Well, I ain't working with so and so because they ain't working with so and so." Or, you know what I'm saying? So kind of a pettiness to it a little bit.
Pettiness
And I don't want to
ego.
bring that into the industry
Yeah.
because the industry is meant to be the craft of, okay, if you can portray my character, if you can do the job, because at the end of the day, it's still a job.
Yeah.
This is, time is money. We're all putting into this project to complete it and make
Well,
something of it.
Like I tell people, this job is a racist job because you cannot get cab because of your skin color.
Height, even.
Or
heritage.
sexist. So it's so much working against you for who you are as a person. So when opportunities come that fits your description or
Take
fits who
'em.
you are,
You gotta fucking
go
take
for
advantage.
it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, in this business, you couldn't be Malcolm X.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You could be the killer. You could kill a role, but you won't get the role because you're not black or you don't have hair. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You could be Malcolm X,
Or
but
you're not dark enough. It doesn't
That
even
is-
mean that you're not black, but
Yeah.
we've had situations where the person is too light skinned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not.
No, they are black.
They're not dark.
Right. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just
But
Like,
they're
it just-
black, but they're not
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a specific that you're looking for.
What opportunity?
Not just us, but
no, I'm saying in general.
Yeah, so when opportunity presents itself, then go for it. Go for the gusto because it's so much working against everybody. You know what I'm saying? No matter what age, color, creed, whatever, just go for it. You know what I'm saying?
So I feel like some advice that I got that I feel like I'm gonna live by forever is go into each audition as if you're not gonna get the role.
And you just do your
and
best.
I just fucking go out there and I do what I think is best. How do y'all feel about that?
So what I would say, rather than going in thinking you're not going to get it, I would say go in, you kill that role and be confident enough to say, yeah, I got this, but walk away, forget the audition and leave it there.
Yeah.
Because what happens is a lot of people, and that's when you get hurt.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will be like, oh, dwelling. No, you move on to the next audition.
Because that's what you have to do.
And you keep moving and keep going. So you go in there, you with the confidence, you kill the audition, you do the best that you can, you walk away, whoop, that's done, and put that behind you. Move on to the next audition. And that's how, because if you don't get the role, oh, well, I already have fire in this plate. I already have some eggs in this basket over here. That may not have worked out for me at that particular time, but you know what? I already put my eggs in this basket, so I'm, going over here and see what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So not to say that you're not going to get it because your thoughts are powerful.
Yes.
But
because you are
cutting
yourself out.
Right. Go in. You're confident.
And free.
You free.
You're free.
Right. You kill it. You do the best you can. You walk away and you leave it there.
Yep.
Yeah. Because in this industry, like he said, you're going to get more no's than yeses.
Yeah.
And the no doesn't mean that
it was
no
bad
forever.
or that you are a horrible actor. It's, hey, you're
it's
too
just
short.
Not for this
or you don't match the lead.
As we touched on before, I feel like that is a big stifler for up and coming people is the no's.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like, hey, I've been
every
acting
time.
for 2-3 years and I've gotten 74 no's and
My
one
whole
yes.
spreadsheet showing me all the stuff I submitted for, the little callbacks and the little bookings.
Well, the thing about it,
It's
I
a
started out
process.
wanting to be an actor, but I would never get cast for anything. And the roles I were offered was drug dealer number 1 or pimp number 3. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fucking cop.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, fuck this. I'm gonna make my own movies. You know what I'm saying? So and now I don't even put myself in movies anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I fell in love behind the scenes. So I say that to say this is that if you're not getting what you want, then create it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Create opportunities for
Create
yourself.
your opportunities for
Make
yourself.
it yourself, honey. It will follow.
Create it.
Make
Yeah.
it.
Create a platform even if it's unorthodox.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he says that this is the way that you're supposed to go because he's successful. Fuck that.
No.
I've learned my way that I'm gonna do shit wrong. I'm gonna do shit unorthodox, but I'm gonna do it the Levi way.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And at the end of the
no
day,
one can
I'm
copy that.
I'm gonna be happy with
Yep.
where I get to because I did it my way.
Yep.
I walked my walk, I talked my talk, and I put in the motherfucking work.
That's right.
And I'm gonna be okay with whatever I get.
That's right.
You
That's
can't
right.
complain about that.
Period.
Nope.
Period. That's right.
Hey, one thing I wanted to touch on before we sum this episode up is your weight loss journey.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
You've been in the gym. You've been doing your fucking
Looking
thing. I see
good, mama.
I see the consistency of y'all posting and y'all in the gym and y'all doing your things. It's not easy.
No.
It's not easy to know what you're supposed to eat, the time that you're supposed to eat it, the time to put in the gym, the time to do all of this shit. In addition to paying your bills and chasing your dreams and being happy and all of this shit. What inspired you or both of you to make a difference in your health journey?
I was sick. Right? So I had got up to 304 pounds before I even knew it. And I was so riddled with arthritis. I was only like 40, or how old am I now? 47.
47 now.
And so I was only like in my 30s and my late 30s and in my 40s, like arthritis was literally eating me up. And it was because of the excess weight. So I had to start seeing a rheumatologist. And I was telling my husband, like, I really want to go through and do the weight loss surgery. And he was against it because of all of the negativity around it, right?
Yes.
And the possibility of me not coming out of it. But I've tried every diet. I've tried every fad. I've tried pills. I've tried everything. And it doesn't matter with the inflammation and with everything else going on with my body, I could not lose the weight. Okay. So I he went to my rheumatologist appointment with me. And the doctor told him, if she want to live and she want to be able to walk, she's going to have to lose weight.
Yeah.
When he heard those words, I think that was a turning point for him. Because I don't think he understood like
the severity of it.
Well, I didn't want to raise braces by myself, so
right. He didn't want to raise my 13-year-old.
Savage.
So I was like, so when he heard that, he said, okay. He said, let's research. You know, he was like, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it now. Yeah. So I said, okay. So we researched doctors. I had already had a little folder anyway, right? Because I had already been researching. So I found the doctor. We did the orientation. We got the money. And I think all of that happened over maybe a month time. Mm-hmm. I went and I had the surgery. Mm-hmm. And when I woke up out of the surgery, I was crying because I almost didn't wake up. And we're going to show that in the little documentary.
Yeah, we got a little documentary.
I almost didn't wake up. And they were calling my name. And I didn't know this, of course, because, you know, but he was like panicking because I wasn't waking up. Uh-huh. So his fear that he had feared all along, he was faced with at that moment. And we have never told anybody this. So this is first time news on right here on this podcast. So when I did wake up, I woke up crying and I was like, Lord, what did I do? And whatever it was, I don't know. Right? I was just crying. I was remorseful. I was like, what did I do? You know, am I going to live through this? Whatever. But now looking back, almost 100 pounds lighter, I look at it and I say that was the best decision of my life. Mm-hmm. Me just walking up the stairs would have took me out. You understand what I'm saying? Wow. And that's on top of us working and humping and still doing. People didn't know like how many pills I was popping. I was messing up my liver at the same time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't know like the challenges that I had to go through. So now we just
exaggerated because film, but at the same time,
stories like that. She wanted to tell it honestly.
Yeah. I wanted to tell my story, like you said, honestly. And after I had the surgery, I went through a lot of ups and downs, still health-wise, right? After the surgery. And I'm just now, like we started the gym, in December?
December, yeah.
We started the gym. I'm just now being able to tolerate the gym because I couldn't, like lifting weights was not an option for me. Mm-hmm. Walking on a treadmill was not an option for me.
Because all the inflammation and stuff like that?
Arthritis and inflammation.
That shit hurts.
Eating me up. Yeah. Okay? And so, like, those things were not, like, I've gone through, like, those back injections where they had to put, like, 10 shots in my back. And I've been through it. You hear me? Mm-hmm. And so those things were not an option for me. So now that I'm healthy enough where now I can play with my son. I can go for walks. I can walk long distances. I can go to the amusement park and not have to worry about whether I'm going to be able to walk the next day. You know what I'm saying? I can do all of those things. So it's like now, we were like, okay, now it's time for the gym. Let's go in and test. And now I prayed, like, God, please let me become addicted. Mm-hmm. Because it's not an easy task.
No, it is not, honeys. It's not motivation. It's consistency.
Hey, if y'all would have seen me bitching and complaining this morning.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like when you miss it.
I want to miss it. That was the thing. Like, the gym, I was like.
Your day isn't complete unless you've been there.
But now I miss it. So when we're not there, it's like, oh, man, we missed the day.
My day is off.
Yeah.
Like, something's off in my mental, in my spiritual being.
Exactly.
You know, I just feel like I haven't fucked today up like how I should have. You know, exactly. I feel like it's a respect that you give yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I want to continue to do all the things that I love, but I also have to pay a respect to myself and my vessel that I was awarded and I'm fortunate enough to have.
Yes.
So it's hard and it's remarkable and to see y'all in the gym all the time, it's fucking.
It's so awesome. And I love that you guys go together. It's like you guys make it a team.
I like how you built her up.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
her biggest fan. And I'm back taking notes. Like,
honor, respect. husband.
Yeah. Be
you know what,
real
though?
infatuated.
It's not that I'm her husband. I'm her best friend.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? People are like, oh, how y'all so being doing love and stuff like that. Like half the time she can't stand me,
I can stand you.
but she's my friend. So
Yeah.
and here's my analogy. You have a friend that you went to school with. You guys grew up together. You might not see each other for 20 years, but if y'all was really close friends.
You ain't skipped a
Y'all
day.
ain't skipped a day when y'all meet up together, and that's with us. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like we're cool. We're like I can tell her anything. Anything.
Yeah.
Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Like something I could tell guy stuff, I could tell it to her.
Yeah.
And with no judgment. You know what I'm saying? So and vice versa. So when we put that first in our
Yeah.
relationship, like we're gonna be friends regardless no matter what. You know
Is
what I'm
that something that y'all talked about and discussed early on, or
saying?
something
It's just something that just
came?
happened.
It just kind of happened.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
kind of happened, and we just when we looked at it and reevaluate ourselves, like we have a friendship here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we look at other people, marriages and stuff like that. And a lot of times they're not friends. That's why they have these arguments or these relationships ups and downs. But I'm like, well, are y'all friends? I'm like, no,
Because just being your friend, your best friend, it's a respect. You don't want to hurt your best friend.
Exactly.
you don't.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? You got to watch what you say. You might feel it,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to say anything that's going to destroy you.
Yeah.
Right? Because I love you. Not
Yeah.
only as my husband, but as my friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
And
so
that's the
those
difference.
things we just take into account. Like he's never called me out of my name, like a bitch or
Never.
never
Never called
anything
mine.
like that. And I've never called him out of his name because even though I might say it in my head, but it never
really?
come out of my mouth
Hey,
because no, I'm saying like if I
know.
get really mad at him, and it's been times where I've gotten really mad at him, but I would never disrespect him like that because he is my husband and he is my friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's
So
that's
and
people
we
don't understand
keep that, we keep that in the forefront, and so that's that's been that's our foundation.
Mantra almost.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah. Friendship.
friendship,
Yeah.
It's just
right?
friendship.
Keeping
Goals, fucking
you
goals.
know.
That's all I keep thinking. Is
Hey,
like,
man, this
where
whole
you at,
time-
man, honey? Come on, let me
I'm
find you.
taking notes in my
Shit,
head. I'm like, all right, don't fuck this up, Lee. All you gotta do
Yeah,
is-
look.
okay, I'm
Don't
ready
look-
for you.
Don't look for love. Look for friendship.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
look for
That's
that
it.
friend.
Look for
somebody
friendship.
that-
a person that's
Yeah.
gonna accept you for who you
Yeah.
are. And
But
then
it's
y'all
so
defend
hard
it.
in this, and I mean this all nicely. I love that you guys met through the industry, but it also fears me because you're always told don't shit where you eat in that sense.
Yeah.
So I've always put
But
like that
every
big
once
wall.
in a while, it works.
And I
He would never
get it,
date
but-
actors.
Oh, yeah, I
Like,
would
that was
never.
his
That would
thing.
never.
That's
Like,
just it. It's
Yeah.
like in this industry, I feel like it's so hard to try to meet people and have that
Well,
relationship.
I think now because I'm more mature now.
And-
Back then, I'm thinking, well, only the actors want me because I'm a director or writer. That's the only reason I would think she would be interested in me. But now I'm more mature in situations. Like I could be with anybody who's not in my industry. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact is that I'm around women all the time.
Yes.
Pretty women.
With,
So
women
you know
that's
what I'm
half
saying?
dressed. Well, you can
Right.
play, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's
You
plenty
know,
of temptation
like
out there.
one of the things when we first got together, I directed her love scene.
Yeah.
Like we was just dating. I
that was
directed
so
her
weird.
love. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Nah, babe, you need to kiss him better right
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
kiss me
I need to
like
give her a
that.
little more than that. Give me a real.
But you know what's funny? We
Right.
talk about to this day because the guy that she was having sex, in the movie looks like my son.
My son looked just like
Look
he was
like
a
him.
baby. We got a picture,
There's a picture of
them.
them, together. But he's my friend too, so
Yeah.
nothing
I
crazy. than
fucking
that.
love
But
it.
It's just one of those situations.
So weirdly, I love it.
Yeah.
That makes
But-
it even fucking
but
better.
Look for friendship. And that, don't look for the sex, don't look for the love, look for the friendship. Because we get older, sex is going to die down.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
You know what I'm saying?
does.
That's going to go up and down. Viagra not going to fix everything. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a friend, you know what I'm saying, that it keeps that mojo
That
alive.
conversation.
You
I
want
can
it.
slap him on the butt, he'd be good for a few days.
Yeah.
And you guys do that so well on set. You guys are so cute like that on set. I love it. It's like the little taps and the little
Right.
punches
Hey,
and
baby,
little
I'm
nut
struggling today. Go
Yeah.
slap me on the
Hey,
ass.
hey, you look perfect.
Yeah. That's what I needed.
I love it.
Right.
Yeah,
Stroke
that
a
is
little bit.
excellent. Hey man, well I really appreciate both of you guys
This was
getting on
the
this
best thing
podcast, man.
ever.
It means a lot to me. From a young actor's perspective, you are two people that I look up to a lot.
you.
And just a year ago, I was saying, man, I want to work with them so bad.
Oh, look at
And then
you.
to
Look at
fast
you.
forward, I worked with you, and I've had you on my podcast, so it's unbelievable and reminds me as a young man trying to get this shit that, hey, you fucking work hard, you stay consistent, you
Yeah.
can make
It's
some
gonna
shit
happen.
Oh,
pop.
yeah. It's
Absolutely.
consistency is the
Consistency is
key.
the key.
Consistency is the key.
Yeah, and Kat, man, I told you I have half-ass surprise for you.
You actually want to show it on the podcast? I'm scared.
No, I'm not showing shit. I'm gonna talk to them. Anytime somebody gets on my podcast 5 times, I get them custom Talk Smack with Mac gear.
Snap.
I don't have it for her yet, but this is her first time. So I will be getting some shit for Kat because she has shown me that love and appreciation for what I'm trying to do. So I'll be getting her something in the future.
Wait, with the logo and everything?
Yeah, everything. Like the shit I be wearing most of the time.
I get to represent.
But also, with that being said, the first time I have somebody or people get on my podcast for the first time, I sit back and I give you guys the camera so you could let all of my fans know where to follow you guys at, social medias, any movies you have coming out, anything that we haven't shared today. This is your time.
Okay. Well, first, go to our website, tpn1.com. Sign up for our newsletter. That's what we do all of our casting calls there, so you can get all the information about what we got coming up, what we're doing. We're looking for sometimes we look for music, soundtracks. We're looking for location. We're looking for crew help, whatever the case may be. So go there first. You can follow me on Facebook. I have Instagram. I don't know how to use it, but I got it. So I'm old school. I'm 50 years old. So I would be on MySpace if it wasn't for Facebook.
What's your Facebook page?
It's my name, Bobby M. Peoples. And you might see her attached to it.
Yeah, and I am Renee Warren Peoples on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on TikTok. Facebook is where you will find me.
Yes.
Instagram, get it by default. Right. Yeah, and then once again, like you said, the website. We do have. We're going to be filming in Atlanta. We have a few movies that's coming out very soon. Private Secretary is dropping on
August 6th.
August the 6th. Yeah. So there you go.
And Life of Bull should be dropping this summer. We don't have a release date yet, but it should be dropping this summer.
It should be dropping this summer. So y'all be on the lookout for that. You can go to Tubi or the other platforms. You can search for Bobby Peoples or Renee Peoples, and you will find our content there as well. And we definitely thank you for your support. And thank you both for having us on your podcast.
Yes, thank you. This is awesome.
I can't.
And thanks, Kat. Thanks to both of you guys. And that sums it up for this episode of Talk Smack with Mac. I hope everybody just learned some good game because I know I did. All this shit.
We're gonna be watching this one over and over again.
I hope so.
Shit.
I appreciate y'all though. We're out.
Peace.
Let's talk.